Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sam here. We're waiting to make sure this is connected. Do I have to start it over here? There we go. We are live. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope everyone is having a great evening. Sorry about that. New program. We are just trying to get it all sorted out. So great to see you. It is game day. We are super excited. So as usual, when we start a stream, I'm going to take a quick look through the chat and give a couple quick hellos. Hello, Triton. Great to see you here. Hope you're feeling better. Appreciate you coming in. Coaster Mom, glad you're here. I know you're a huge diehard hockey fan. Coach N, welcome. Glad you are here as well. It's going to be fun. Make sure you voted if you have not voted. And at this time, you don't see me, AAU. Okay, hang on. We're stopping the show right now. AAU, don't see me practicing my Beat Saber. It's gonna come. I promise. I gotta work up to it. I gotta book the time. But we'll see. It's gonna be a fun challenge. So let me introduce my co-host for this evening. You do not know him from any Disney product. You do not know him from any chats or previous streams. I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine, Dr. Aaron Sohn. Aaron, welcome to the stream. If I can bring you up. There we go.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for having me. Do I get the check before the show or will it be mailed afterwards? I'm just not sure how this works.
The check is based on viewers and subscriptions that come in. So depending on the performance, you may owe me money.
Gotcha.
So we are here to talk hockey. We're going to be here throughout the game. How this is going to work, in case you guys haven't watched one of these watch-alongs before, is we're going to be watching the game. We're going to be talking the game. We're going to be letting you know what's happening. We're going to be showing you a little bit of the stats and the lineups throughout, talking a lot of our stories and how everything goes. So first and foremost, before we even jump into the Leafs, I need to ask a very important question of either Coach, AAU Triton, or Coaster Mom. Because we're using some new software, would one of you mind trying the gamble feature, and let's see if it works? Hopefully, it will be success like we had when we tried the other piece of software, but it's not something I could test prior, so I want to see and make sure that is all synced up. I guess I could actually try it myself as well. So Aaron, what this is, and for any new viewer, as you're watching and interacting with the stream, you are gaining points. And with these points, you can gamble. You see a couple of people just threw some gambles in the chat, and it looks like it's working. So they are actually earning points as they watch, and they're gambling those points. You could duel each other, and the object is to be atop the leaderboard. Right now, you cannot redeem your points for anything. So it's purely for pride. One day, maybe there'll be something to redeem it for. Like, the ability to redeem all your points and Sam gets a bucket of ice water dumped on his head or whatever.
Kind of like my Aeroplan points.
Yeah, exactly like your Aeroplan points. You earn the miles and you use them for nothing. Just like my Petro Canada points, I have to redeem those as well.
Yeah, that works for me too with an electric car.
Yes, electric car goes really well with your gas. So for those new viewers watching and those who come in, by just watching the stream, you're going to earn points. By chatting and talking with us, you're going to earn points. And as you start earning them, you will definitely be able to play along. To check your points, do !points. We'll show you what you have. To gamble, you do !gamble, put in the amount you'd like to gamble. At any time, to look at the leaderboard, you do !top, and you will be able to see what the leaderboard looks like. We have a question from Triton. Did you enable the heist? That is a good question. I can double check that right now. We do want to make sure we have heist enabled. Heist is not, so I'm going to turn that on. I'm not going to play with any of the settings, but heist is now enabled. So give it about 5 minutes or so, and you should be able to run your heists. All righty. Get that off there. Perfect. So,
so, Sam, let me interrupt you for a second. This is, to me, is the most exciting point of the season, because at this point, every year we are in first place in the hockey pool. I mean, so this is the highlight. Now, if the season ended tonight, that'd probably be good for us, and probably the Leafs as well. But we'll see what happens. Okay, carry on. That's just my 2 cents worth.
Absolutely, that's great point. So usually, for you guys watching, Dr. Son and I do a hockey pool, big keeper pool every year. Big auction. It goes till wee hours of the morning. Lots of fun. The first half of the season, we're usually dominating.
Every year.
Not really dominating, maybe towards the top half.
We've been winning for a number of years, for the first, till about December, till our star player gets injured.
Yes, we've had the injury bug a lot. And then the second half of the season, we suck, plain and simple. It has not been pretty.
I really don't know if it has to do with us or our players. I mean, I email them and I tell them that we have them on our team and to step it up. And nope, doesn't seem to do any good whatsoever. It's like they're ignoring my messages.
So true. Good evening, Eleanor. Welcome in. So let's talk tonight's game. Toronto versus Montreal, the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know if you've had a chance or heard the projected lineups for tonight, but it looks like the Canadiens are throwing at us a first line of Tyler Toffoli, who I love, and he's so underrated, with Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. This is a total speed line and actually worries me a great deal.
Especially when they put the Spezza line out against it.
Sure. Hopefully that does not happen. You know it will. Second line looks like they're throwing at us Jonathan Drouin with Christian Dvorak, the newly arriving Christian Dvorak coming over from Arizona.
I have his card up on eBay right now if somebody wants it.
I sold mine already. And Drouin and Dvorak will be along with Josh Anderson. And it looks like right now the Arkells are actually doing a pregame performance, which is pretty cool. I wonder.
Marner is in the lineup tonight.
Marner is in the lineup tonight. Okay, well, that's going to totally change my projected lineups. I wonder if I
look, Matthews is singing in the background. I didn't know he was on the Arkells.
I wonder if I can share this at all. Let's see. Can I see if I can give you guys a little taste of the Arkells? Bear with me. Don't show this again. I know how screen sharing works. So here's a little bit of the Arkells. So pretty
not a packed house, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's lots of tickets available. All right, let's get back. So we had the first line: Toffoli, Suzuki, Caulfield, Drouin, Dvorak, and Anderson. Josh Anderson, over from Columbus. Great player. The bottom six: Armia, Jake Evans, Brendan Gallagher. Boy, has Brendan Gallagher fallen.
Still playing.
Mighty have fallen. As well, then the fourth line: Artturi Lehkonen, Paquette, and Matthew Perreault. Starting in goal, looks like we're going to have Jake Allen. On D, Kulak and Petrie, Ben Sherratt, Savard, Romanoff, and Weidman. Romanoff, I have high expectations for. From the Leafs side, the Leafs projected lineups. Looks like with Marner in, we're going to have Ritchie, Tavares, and Marner. Bunting, Kerfoot, and Nylander. Engvall with Kemp and Cash. Armato with Spezza and Simmons. On the D-line, Riley and Brody, which is going to be solid as long as one of them stays back. Jake Muzzin and Justin Hall. That's going to be a hard-hitting second pair. and then Rasmus Sandin and Travis Dermott, the young guns paired together with Jack Campbell getting the start for us. It is a tough week.
Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Look at Matthews' suit. It's green pinstripes.
No, it's not.
Take a look. He really dressed up for tonight. He's got a dirty wife beater on with a green pinstripe jacket over top.
Oh my gosh, that's brutal.
Now, I hear there's a big thing going on right now because they're supposed to be wearing a suit and tie, but apparently the Players Association is negotiating because every other league you can wear your sweatpants into the arena like I'm wearing right now.
Oh, God.
So
Here's Austin Matthews.
Well, that's not Austin Matthews.
That's the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, they showed Matthews for like a second.
Well.
Hey, Anthony, I saw you pop in. Let's go Bruins. We will definitely have words one of these days, my friends, but I think we got a few games before the Bruins and the Leafs face off.
Who's the goalie for the Bruins now? Tuukka Rask isn't playing.
I'm not sure, actually. That's a very good question. Anthony, if you happen to know who the starting goalie is for the Bruins.
Did our Zamboni driver go to Boston? Is that where he is? David Ayers? Is he in Boston now?
No way. Can you imagine? My gosh.
You got his young gun.
I did get his young gun, and I was very happy to get that.
We won't say how much you paid for it and what it's worth now.
Yeah, I definitely paid more than what it's worth now. That is for certain. But it was
there's a good.
It was a nice momentum to have from that year when we lost to a Zamboni driver.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's funny now that it's the regular season and the rosters are set. You know, all these guys have real numbers that were trying to make the team when they had random numbers before. So here's Spezza just coming up. Linus Ullmark is starting in Boston now. Wow. That is pretty cool, and I'm actually happy because I have a Ullmark rookie card that's signed. Yes, it's with Buffalo, but glad to know he's getting a chance. That's awesome.
I can't believe Simmons is still in the NHL.
Yeah, Swayman was the rookie last year. All right.
Yeah, he did well. We had him in our pool for like a cup of coffee.
We did. We have a tendency of picking up guys when they're hot, just as they're finishing their hot streak.
No, he was good for us, but the problem is we didn't go back into it this year because of politics, and we could have kept him. But of course, I don't know where he is now, so we wouldn't have kept him.
Very, very true. Very true.
We had Ullmark one year for a while.
We did. I don't think he played though when we had him.
No, we had because he was the backup to the other crappy goalie we had.
Yeah, we had a tendency of not picking great goalies.
We won't talk about Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky. He's good now.
No, he's not.
He's better than when we had him.
He's been terrible ever since he got that huge contract after still being terrible, and he's just been awful for a few years now. And they need him to play well this year, or they're not going anywhere.
That is very true. So what they're doing now, they're running through the Leaf roster. They're making all their intros. They're saying all their hellos and waving their sticks.
I think they'll get big cheers for Spezza and Bunting because they're the Toronto boys, I think. There's another Toronto Marner. But I thought there was one other Toronto kid.
There's Bunting. It's funny. So Bunting got traded to Toronto, or came over, signed to Toronto. You want to hang on a second. You see Coach N's comment. You want to trade Jack to Toronto? I'd love to take Jack Eichel. Bring him over. Who would you want, Coach? If you were the GM and you were going to make that move, who from Toronto would you want in return for jumping Jack Flash?
Simmons is available. Simmons straight up.
Simmons straight up.
I got some pucks, a water bottle.
Coaster Mom, I love it. I love it. Did someone say bunt cake?
Bunt cake with a geranium in the middle.
I tell you, Coaster Mom, depending on how his performance goes tonight, we may refer to him as bunt cake moving forward. But yeah, so bunt cake came over from Arizona, had a huge game. Where he put up a hat trick in the preseason, and What happened after he put up that hat trick? His rookie card skyrocketed. People are asking obscene amounts of money. I just want him because he's a Leaf.
I got to
He's
sell my
not
Nick
gonna-
Ritchie card then.
Yeah. Oh, I have a bunch of Ritchie cards.
I got those cards that you collect with the big logos.
A hot
Fleer.
prospect.
Yep, I got one of those with a Nick Ritchie.
Oh, I got to check. Maybe I'll buy that from you. See,
You said
you're
you
wheeling
had
and
one,
dealing
otherwise I would have
already.
given it to you. But now that he's a Leaf, it's like quadrupled in value.
It's so true. Coach N is giving a little bit of a chuckle to Matthews. I assume that's in reference to his suit. Definitely have to fire that stylist who dressed him.
I'm sure the stylist quit. Let me tell you, I don't think he has a stylist.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Mitch Marner's quote: "At the end of each year, we are sitting here feeling awful, and you should be, Mitch."
Really?
You should be
He seemed
feeling
happy
awful.
because he's got a cottage across from our buddy, and he seemed to be having a lot of fun while he was wakeboarding up and down the lake.
Yeah. So Marner got a little bump on the head the other day in practice. We weren't sure if he was going to make it or not to tonight's game. He is in, which is good. Matthews still out for this week, at least 3 games, and then hopefully he will return and be back soon.
So you see, they're showing on TV now, like some of the Olympic champions, all the women that won gold at the Olympics. Maybe they should have them come in to talk to the Leafs about what it's like to be a winner.
Yeah, Canada with a fantastic showing in the Olympics.
Especially the women. Very impressive.
Women did good. The men, not until
The
track and
hockey,
field.
tennis recently. I mean, gee, these people should come talk to the Leafs.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for the Olympic hockey with where they announced Matthews is going to be on Team USA. Shocker, didn't see that coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, our singer Martina is back in. She's not singing from home anymore.
Yeah,
she got her braces off. Did you notice her braces are off now?
I didn't notice. So the Martina Ortiz Louise, who's been the anthem singer for the last couple seasons.
Yeah, since we haven't won a playoff series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started as a young kind of early teen, and now she's got to be 20, maybe 19, 18, somewhere around there. But she's grown up singing for the team. Glad she's back. During COVID time, she was singing from home, and they'd kind of bring her into the broadcast. So she has now stopped singing, and the whole stadium is singing along, which is nice. Hey, put your masks on, people.
Yeah,
love it. Most people have masks except for those 2 guys. They're too cool for masks. So I almost called it the Air Canada Centre. Scotiabank Arena, they are up to full capacity for this game and moving forward for both.
It's right beside the Sky Dome.
Yeah. Full capacity, lots of tickets remaining because they just made the announcement, a couple days ago. So good to see a lot of people there, but heavy protocols in place. One of them being masks everywhere.
Except when you're eating.
So we'll have to see throughout the game. Yeah, we'll have to see throughout the game how many people actually maintain that.
You know what I'm going to miss? Like, we used to go to, you used to take me to a game or 2 a year, and every time you invited me, I got the most interesting person that sat beside me. I got the drunk one that wanted to be a hygienist. And then the boyfriend kept trying to buy us beers that I wasn't sure if we were going to get roofied or not.
That was the greatest hockey night of a game I've ever been to, forgetting about the game. So,
oh yeah, I don't know about the game, but
when we go to the games, and they're just announcing the starting goalies and they're kind of doing their last bit of warm-ups.
You're behind on the game. The puck is about to be dropped.
No way.
Puck's dropped.
Wow. Thanks, Rogers. Let me switch my channels here.
Yeah, game is on. They're not losing yet. It's still 0-0.
Well, that's good.
But he just made a huge save. Now it's
wow. You're way ahead of me.
Nothing.
You're way ahead of me. Holy cow! All right.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
This will be interesting as we go. So game underway. Let's see if they've updated the scoreboard here. They have. Oh wow. Yeah. All right. Let's bring this screen up here. So we got our We got our, whoop, that's the wrong screen. I don't want to be sharing the game because that will get us in trouble. So let's switch the screen share. And thanks everyone.
I'm on
Sorry.
the under.
Here we go. I just want to make sure I have the right window. There we go. So we are going to be putting this screen up throughout the game, let you guys see kind of who's on the ice and the stats as we play along. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight to watch the game, the first ever kind of watch along we're doing. I'd appreciate it if you have a chance, share the stream out on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Let's see how many people we can get in here. As well, we have been having an epic week here on the channel. We are making a push to 200 subscribers. So I would really appreciate it if you are watching and you have not hit the subscribe button. Please do hit the subscription button. Join us for, Hockey Talk, Retro, all the shows we do and all the live streams. Would really, really appreciate it. But now let's get back.
If somebody also could go and tell the Leafs that the game started at 7 tonight, not 7:30, that'd be great. Because or the ice is slanted, maybe. I'm not sure what's going on, but
it is unbelievable.
They're pretty flat.
They are not looking overly good right now.
No, they've already given up.
I can't believe you're ahead of me. I don't like that you're ahead of me.
Yeah, this is bizarre. I mean, are you streaming or you have it through? I have it through Bell.
So I have it both. I'm streaming it and have it on my TV. So my TV is ahead of the stream for sure. Maybe I should refresh the stream. So it's just the whistle off to Foley's shot. So you're on Bell. So we got a bunch of different feeds going here. So we'll have to make sure.
I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. It'll just be like your subscribers. They're getting the play-by-play. I'll just let you know.
That time it was Savard. Marner coming in from the side.
Thanks, Marner.
Wow, you are way behind.
Really behind. John, how's it going? Welcome in. Glad you're able to join us. Aaron John says, how's it going? And he also says he just yelled at them. So thanks, John. If you wouldn't mind sharing this out on your social as well, I'd really appreciate it.
And I think you're due for your dental checkup.
And you're due for your dental checkup. That's right. So I'm just going to go based off of what's on my screen. And Aaron, I know you're a bit ahead. So try and hold your emotions. This Toronto's been playing the whole time in their end. One shot, it wasn't even a great one. 3 shots only from Montreal. Now we're breaking out. Who's that? We got Spezza coming down. We got the slow line. Nice keep in.
I can tell you they are off the ice now.
They're off the ice now? Okay, good.
Yes, they're off the ice. Oh, no.
Oh, take them out.
Goalie's
Montreal's coming out really strong. Hard forecheck.
But this is how the Leafs play. What they do is they lull the opponents into a false sense of security throughout the entire game.
Oh, he almost blocked that to break out. Big scramble in front of the net. Oh, come on. He had it. Big scramble in front of the net. Campbell held on.
Which team are you cheering for?
I'm cheering for Toronto, but I got to be fair.
Okay.
Anderson makes me nervous. Anytime he's on the ice and buzzing around, it is.
We got rid of Freddie Anderson. Oh, you're saying Josh Anderson?
Josh Anderson. No, not Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson is no longer to be discussed about on this channel.
There was a good buddy of mine. He loved Freddie Anderson. I don't know why. So that guy made amazingly tough saves, and anything easy he let in.
Yeah, he.
I'm happy with Campbell. I think he played well last year. He deserved to be the starter, and we'll see how they play this year.
It's going to be interesting. I'm really, really hoping he holds the fort. I know splitting time with Mrazek will be good. It'll keep them fresh, but they're going to have a tough time. I do want to say thank you to NHL.com for letting me share kind of the scoreboard. Not that we're sharing it, nor are anyone from the NHL watching tonight, but I appreciate me sharing the stats.
They gave you the go-ahead to do it?
Yeah, I clicked on the link and they're showing it, so therefore I consider that their go-ahead.
Wow.
Oh, good block in front by Montreal.
I wonder what the prices are at the arenas now. I mean, it used to be, a beer was $20 and chicken wings were like $25. I don't know if with COVID and everything it was going to be more than that now.
That's a good question. So I'm hopefully. Oh, am I lagging? What's going on here? I'm hoping we can get some insider reports. There are a number of people in some of my groups that are at the game tonight.
What was the giveaway tonight? Usually they give away like these scarf thingies for the first game, but I don't see anybody wearing them.
They did scarves again. They're dark blue. I only know this because I saw them on the chairs earlier this evening.
They should have given out masks. Who needs another scarf? And who wears the scarf anyways?
That would have been a really good idea, actually.
Oh yeah, I can see them wearing that. Well, I can't tell if they're the masks that they gave out. But...
So all over Tavares there. Was that Sherratt? This is the one thing I found, especially with Montreal in the playoffs. They were a really dirty team.
The Leafs are on the power play now, so it's hard to know where you are in the game. It's 15:09, and on my time,
I have 15:16 on my time. So, but
they're about to get a penalty then.
Yeah, no, I saw the penalty.
I sense it coming.
Sherratt in the box. Are you showing the national anthem? And hello, Glitter Gal. Welcome in. We did not show the national anthem. Great question.
They only sang the Canadian anthem.
They did. They only sang the Canadian anthem because 2 Canadian teams playing. Not sure where you're located, but it was just O Canada tonight. But thank you so much for joining in the stream. Happy to have you with us.
Well, that was a nice
stop. So back in play, the Leafs power play has typically been good.
The great power play in September, October.
Yeah. So Montreal showing 78.5% on the penalty kill. Hopefully they get that number to go down tonight. Oh, come on. Passes it back to the point. Riley with a nice keep in. Scrambling along the side. Come on, Tavares, get in there. And Montreal.
I don't even know where you are in the game.
So about 1:10 left in the power play.
All right, I got 50 seconds left.
Okay, so yeah, so it was about almost 20-second difference.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's
the Leafs breaking in.
Is that because I'm closer to the stadium than you are?
I think because you're a little closer to the signal. It really takes a lot to send it out to the boonies.
It's almost instantaneous, but not quite, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. And it's funny because I'm paying more attention on my screen than I am the TV, and the screen is even further behind. On my TV right now, I have 13:46.
I'm at 13:36. So
okay, so
stoppage and play.
10 seconds there. John B's at 14:02. So you're way behind.
I'll tell everybody who wins.
Yeah, that's great. All right, perfect timing. Our first period dinner pizza has arrived, so we're very excited.
Did you send any for me? Is it Papa John's?
We did do the Papa John's.
Did you get pineapple on the pizza?
No, no pineapple, but they do put a little pepper in with in the pizza. I, of course, do not eat the pepper because Sammy doesn't do spice, and spice is bad. Hey, Max, welcome in. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We are watching along the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens in the season opener.
And we're talking about Sam's pizza that you just got.
Hey, we're just talking about my pizza. Yeah, it is a busy night,
more
Max.
interesting than the game.
We do appreciate you popping in to say hello and give us a like.
Oh, Caulfield looks good. We should take him in the pool.
I'm waiting. So this November, is it November 4th or November 8th? Upper Deck Series 1 comes out, and Cole Caulfield, yes, please. Cole Caulfield is the big rookie, one of the big rookies to get.
I believe the same date they're also having the Sports Card Expo. It's coming. It's actually going to happen this year.
Oh, really? On Upper Deck release date. That will
Yep.
be interesting. Very interesting. Triton is running a heist. So for those of you that are into the games that are being played, if you see him start a heist, he goes on a little adventure, and it says, "Ho ho, AAU Triton made it back from Black Heart Island with a handful plunder and a tale of plenty." And he won 2,000 points. So nice little victory there. All right, so it is commercial time. And the one thing up here, I know with football, you guys get, or those of you that are down south in the States, get some great commercials. The not so great thing about commercials up here in the Great White North is they are super repetitive.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. They play them over and over again, and they're not good either.
We get a soft drink, we get a truck,
Oh.
usually Canadian Tire, and something else on rotation.
Some sort of bank commercial.
Yeah, bank, yes. The bank commercial. So I can't believe we're several minutes into the game. Where's my little scoreboard here? You know, we're about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes into the game. We've had no goals, no real excitement.
That's why I bet the under.
That's a good pick.
But usually early in the season, it's there's lots of goals because the coaches haven't figured out how to stop the offense. But just with Matthews being out, and I don't know, it felt like it's more of a defensive style. Of course, Campbell better play well because Montreal's kind of running around on the Leafs.
Yeah, he definitely needs to.
Remember when we used to be the fast team? Like they couldn't keep up with the Leafs. Matthews and Marner were just could skate by anybody. Now we got Caulfield out there, and they don't have Kotkaniemi anymore, but they had some real speed. Now we got the Spezza Simmons line. Where we've gone the other way. Well, 1-0 Habs.
Oh, did we get a penalty? I missed it.
Nope, no penalty.
Oh.
It was a great 2-on-1. It's their 4th 2-on-1 of the game. You're going to see it coming up.
Basically, here it comes now. Anderson across scores. Oh, goodness gracious. That is not good news. That is not good news. Montreal scores.
We just talked about Josh Anderson. Guess who he passed to?
Jonathan Drouin.
Yep.
Puts it in the net from Josh Anderson. Good goal. 7:22 in the first period. 2-on-1 against Justin Hall. Pierre Engvall. Where's the hustle to get back?
Drouin needs some Invisalign. That canine is way too high.
Yeah, Hall didn't even. That was a horrible block attempt.
Well, the problem was the breakout play was fine, but they lost it at the line, and then it was like a 2-on-1 going the other way. They got to get that puck deep. They can't be dipsy doodling at the line. I mean, especially when you got our Sunday night goalie in net. Got to get that puck deep.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was not good at all.
That's like their 3rd or 4th 2-on-1 of the game so far. So it looks like the Leafs have picked up where they left off last year.
Yeah, Memes and Beams pops in. How you doing, Memes and Beams? With a go, Habs go. Ooh.
Oh, sure. After they score a goal.
Memes and Beams, you're gonna keep up those comments, and I don't know. But welcome in. Appreciate you joining us today.
Hey, it doesn't matter now. It only matters in the playoffs. Just ask the Habs last year.
Drew Anwoody, 40 goals and 137 points in 229 career games with Montreal. No, I did not just pull that stat out of the air. They showed that on the TV. We have another special guest. Oh,
off the post and another penalty coming.
Oh, so you're so far ahead of me. It's almost not even fair. Come on, Rogers, step it up. Unless I just missed it. Leafs, Riley, across, shot. Oh, Kerfoot.
Get too excited. He doesn't score.
There's a whistle. Are we getting another penalty as Kerfoot was taken down?
No,
I'm
I
going to
think
use this
bunting.
time. We're going to bring. Was it bunting?
It's bunting.
We're going to add another special guest to the stream. So those of you that are with us, welcome, Chef John. John B. Welcome.
Hey.
Good evening. Good evening.
When
How
are the
are
ribs
ya?
coming?
The ribs?
Yeah.
Oh, those were fantastic.
You ate them all?
Yeah, we went through 5 racks
They look fabulous.
and not
Yeah.
even a chipped tooth. So
And for those of you who are curious to know what ribs we're talking about, if you check on the channel, there is a stream with Chef John, episode 2, where he smoked some ribs, and they were delicious. And oh, big save! If you don't mind, I'm going to eat my where's the camera? My Papa John's little barbecue chicken pizza. So, John, how are you doing? How are you enjoying the game so far?
how am I enjoying the game? I was trying to chat with you guys, but I realized there seemed to have been a bit of a delay. So I'm glad that I was able to come on and join you because I need someone to vent to about this garbage start to the season.
No, this is normal.
No, usually we're okay the first few games.
No,
Because
usually
after
we lose
that,
to
that we
Montreal in
fall
the first
apart.
game. Usually we're winning 4-1 or something like that. And then when we tank in the third period, we give the game away.
I've seen a whole lot of nothing so far. Hopefully that changes for us.
Well, their
There you
power
go.
play looks the same as last year.
Yeah, you mean the last quarter of last year, where we had like a
That's right.
5% power play?
Yep, that's what it looks
Yeah.
like tonight. They got
Yeah, I
5
haven't
shots so far.
noticed too much different from last season, except for the fact that we actually have fans in the seat to make no noise.
Yeah. Well, Dubas said he's going down with the ship.
That's, and he will. If
Well,
they don't
Dubas
pick
should
up-
go down with the ship because he's the one who built it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if that's the best way to put it. You know, like you don't want to go down with the ship. Oh, there we go.
Hang on. Okay, we got it back to the point. Wrist shot sending. Oh, good save.
I think
Engvall
an
picking
might
it
be
up.
a good one here.
Engvall in front. Who do we got in front? I can't even see. Back to the point.
Got
Sendin.
Ricci in front.
I think Engvall's going to score. I just feel it.
Engvall scores. There we go.
That was deflected, but was that deflected by?
Engvall.
Was it Engvall?
Well, he's cheering like he scored. He's wearing Leo Komarov's jersey.
Leo Komarov.
Is that why it looks too small on him?
I love Leo Komarov. Let's not knock Leo Komarov.
Oh, Uncle Leo. Well, my
All
under's not looking so good anymore.
Well, taking this NHL.com a little bit to update here.
Well, it's nice to see that we're 1 for 2 on the power play.
We're off the schneid.
Hang on a second.
No, it was an even strength goal. It was not a power play goal.
Oh, it wasn't a power play. You're right. Sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The way they moved the puck around, I thought it must have been a power play.
Well, no, I think the guy just came on. Here we go, 2-on-1 again.
So they gave it to Engvall unassisted, which is interesting.
Big save. Oh, so look at the scarves they gave away this year. I get it.
Oh, good save. Good save.
John, are you lagging too, or are you on time, or did John leave us?
I think we lost John.
Oh, sorry. I lost you there for a moment.
John's back. Okay. Jacob is saying hello to everybody.
Hi, Jakey.
Hello, Jacob. Actually, Jacob and I were chatting before.
Yeah. Shauna, welcome in. Thank you for popping in for the like. Much appreciated. I like this new software. Is pretty it's pretty good. Gives me lots of flexibility to click around. Oh, I think I lost John. John, you back? John's back.
Are
Perfect.
either is Michael playing hockey this year? Is brother 3 playing hockey, or no hockey for him this year?
I assume he is.
Okay.
Well, it seems that I'm having.
Now we lost him. Well,
That was his cameo.
Thank you, AAU. Jacob's coming back. He ran away, but now he's coming back. Jacob, AAU says hello. What software? So we are using StreamYard. I don't need the bear. That's okay. We are using StreamYard. Woo! Now I'm at the game. Woo! Go Leafs, go! Number one. No, take it back, please. We are using StreamYard. It's pretty cool. Lots of flexibility. You can do some cool things, but also very limited in terms of what some of the other ones we use. So I think, is John coming back? I don't know what he's doing.
So I just got speaking of coming back, I just got my PSA submission back for my hockey cards.
Oh yeah. So that's one thing. Aaron and I are both avid hockey card collectors. Him probably a little more than I am. But go ahead, share your story while I munch on some Zuck.
Yeah. So I sent in. Well, it's supposed to be like 6 months to get the cards back, or 5 months. It took 10. But they came back, so I got a bunch of like Vladdy Guerrero's back, and I sent in a Leon Draisaitl, and those ones all came back really nice. I had some 10s in there, but it's just they're so overwhelmed by the number of cards that are getting sent in. They've raised the prices like so much, and it seems the market has cooled off a fair bit as well. We'll see if it picks up. I mean, hockey's a different story. If you hit like the McDavids and the Draisaitl's and the Matthews, there's still good value in those players, but I'm curious to see how Caulfield card will do. He seems like he's going to be a real good player.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got some pressure going on, but it's kind of fun to get them like back. And I mean, I keep them. A lot of people like flip them, but I get attached to them. And I want a McDavid. I want a Marner and a Matthews and a Nylander. So those cards, although I probably should sell them, they're Leafs. I got to keep them.
Yeah. I had the same challenge, same issue when I got some of mine back. Is I have them. I don't want to get rid of them. I was so excited to get them.
Do you still have that Marner Black O-Pee-Chee?
I do. The Marner Black Rainbow O-Pee-Chee out of 100.
And you got it graded too. You got it, what, 9? 9.5?
It's 9 or a 9.5. I can't remember. I think it's a 9. No, it must be a 9. Those specialty
you sleep
cards.
With it under your pillow.
Yeah. No, my McDavid is under my pillow now. But yeah, that was fun. I loved getting them graded. Now it's just getting too crazy and you have to wait too long.
Yep, they're so expensive. My buddy Jeff sent in some old ones. So he sent in, I think he sent in a Hull and an Iserman, and he studied them and he looked at the corners and he magnified them and he checked them from all angles, and they're perfect. And they came back 8s.
So A. Triton says, host, the Beat Saber Pro needs to make a video so I can see who has been training you. Absolutely. We will definitely get him to make a video. The PlayStation version of Beat Saber does not have as many song choices as the Oculus seems to have, but we'll definitely get him on there.
I need a review of the Oculus. My brother just got one a little while ago. I didn't know about it. Do you have one?
I do not, but AAU Triton has one, and he actually does every Friday nights or several Friday nights has done a live stream from the Oculus doing virtual rides and stuff, and it's been awesome. So if you're watching, definitely check out AAU Triton's channel. He has some really, really cool videos up there.
Is there one where you can like be at home with your family, but they're all quiet and nobody's yelling? Do they have that virtual reality game?
That's not true in reality or virtual reality.
Dad coming home from work and everybody's happy and dinner's made. No, not quite.
You're going to get us both in trouble.
I'm used to being in trouble.
Yeah. So really sloppy line change at the Leafs bench. Riley dumps it in. This is really becoming just a game of dump and chase. No real big hits. No real, kerfuffles.
You have an out-of-town scoreboard?
An out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah.
I can look. Here we go at the top. So we got reviewing Rangers Washington 0-0. Everything else is the late games.
That Ranger Washington game should be pretty good. Of course, Lundqvist retired.
Lundqvist retired. Ovechkin is broken.
Yeah, he's injured. Well, maybe not such a good game.
Let's see. What
What
we
happened
have?
to Liljegren? I'm surprised he isn't playing tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have that many songs on my beat. Oh, modded. Okay, we'll keep that a secret, AAU. So 6 minutes remaining. We are going to go back to commercial break. Looking at the stats so far, it has not been a wonderful game. 1 for 2 on the power play, which is good. Anytime you can get up around 50%.
That's surprising because they announced that it was not a power play goal.
Yeah, it must have just been like that last second. 2 penalties for Montreal. Face-offs are split, which is pretty much what I expected. Montreal's dominating in block shots, though. 6-2. That is wild. Takeaways, I actually didn't think we had so many takeaways. I thought it would be lopsided towards Montreal. The giveaways fairly even and the hits fairly even. So really, really consistent across both teams, which is probably why we see the score all tied up. Again, the penalties we saw so far, Sherratt hooking against Tavares and Romanoff against Bunting, or as Kostermom likes to say, bunt cake. Romanoff, at least he's getting on the scoreboard.
There you go. We used to have penalty minutes in our hockey pool.
Yeah, and here are 2 goal scorers, Drouin from Anderson and Kulak. Oh, and they've now given the assists on Engvall's goal to Bunting and Sandin. So that's good for Bunting. First real game, gets in the action with an assist.
That's not his first real game. It's his first real game with the Leafs.
First real game with the Leafs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. How's Bunt Cake doing, Coaster? I love that, Coaster Mom. He is on the scoreboard, so he is having a good game so far. It's interesting. So they're just saying, 5 games tonight, opening. Rangers Washington, which just mentioned, is tied 0-0. The Winnipeg Jets versus the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. No, Paul Kariya is not playing in that game, nor is Teemu Selanne. And then we have Chicago and Colorado at 10. That's going to be an interesting game. I'm not sure if Taves is back or not, so we'll have to see. And then, of course, Vancouver, Edmonton. I'm glad that's on late so I can watch my boy Zach Hyman and see how he's doing.
Did you see the opening in Vegas last night playing against the Kraken? Did you see their opening?
I saw a clip of it. That was wild.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
They did such a good job. Vegas always traditionally has had poster. Vegas has always had wild openings where they've done crazy graphics on the ice and stuff. And so the fact that they had this huge Kraken octopus sea monster coming up and then the Knights defeated it was just wild.
Mm-hmm.
So Montreal press.
Why don't you tell them about, I'm just watching people going crashing into the boards and all over the place. Why don't you tell them your story of your first game on the ice?
Absolutely. So when we go back, so I grew up playing hockey, as many Canadians and Canucks do. And God, I can't believe I'm telling the story.
I can tell if you want, but it's bad. I still can't believe it happened.
As you get older, you have less and less choices of where to play, especially if you don't want to play super competitive. And I took off a number of years because, the league I was playing in, I wasn't a huge fan of it, and there were some issues. So I thought, it's time to take a break. And it was far, right? It was far to go. So found out, years later, talking with Aaron, that, hey, there's, what's this? Confirm. Sorry.
Yeah, so we played, there's a game that my uncle started back in the late 60s, early 70s. And so when I finished dental school, I played for U of T. But when I was done that, my uncle invited me to play in his Sunday night game. And then shortly after about a couple of years, I started bringing some of my guys out because it's more fun when you're playing with friends. So it's just a pickup game. So anyway, Sammy, continue on.
For sure. So pickup game. I got involved. I was so excited. I hadn't played in many, many years. I had to go and get a whole bunch of new gear. Super excited. The first game, came, got to meet everyone in the locker room, feeling a little jittery, haven't been on the ice, really, skating, yes, but not playing hockey. So we go through warm up, you skate around, you take some shots, was feeling pretty good, was feeling a little loose. Go to the bench, I didn't want to start, so let the regulars kind of start. It was time to switch it up. The line starts going on, and of course, what happens? The most embarrassing moment of my hockey career. I tripped as I was walking out the door of the bench, fell out of the bench onto the side on my ice, and right away, hey, Amanda, thank you so much for saying hello at that time so I could interrupt my story. Thank you so much for the shirt compliment. I love my Maple Leafs and I wear it with pride. But welcome into the stream. Now, back to the story. As I was saying, I tripped out of the bench, fell through the door onto the ice, which is the best way to make an entrance. Yeah. Fell on my side, got up, brushed myself off, skated around a little bit. And as the game was going on, I was getting really sore, like really sore. And I didn't think much of it. Came home, iced myself, heat, ice. The next day, I couldn't move. I was in so much pain. Driving in the car, every bump in the road, it hurt. Anyways, long story short, I cracked a rib. My first game back in hockey, falling out of the bench, yep. Cracked a rib, and had to miss several weeks of recovery. Yep. If anybody that's watching has injured, cracked or broken a rib before, you know the pain I'm talking about. You can't move. You can barely breathe. It was horrible. But after that blunder and embarrassment, I was able to show my face around the locker room many weeks later and played for many years. Had a lot of fun until, of course, and I'll save the next story for intermission, but it's coming up soon. Coach N, yep, you know it. You're saying it's the worst. I'm assuming you've been there as well. It's a pain like you can't even describe.
Self-inflicted. That was the worst part of it.
Self-inflicted. Yeah, I think really, as I was getting ready to go out, I'm pretty sure somebody pushed me. There's no way I would have just tripped. And I don't think those bench doors were regulation size. They were much smaller. And the legs of the bench were sticking out a little bit. I mean, there was
the worst part is you slowed me down. I couldn't get by you because you were sitting sprawled in outside the door. I was like, where do you go? So I had to jump over the boards, which is what you should have done, and then you would have been fine.
So true. Well, here I was thinking I didn't want to jump over the boards because I didn't want to pull a groin or something hopping over. So I thought I'd be smart and go through the door. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Coach N says, dirt bike, 2 ribs, and a collarbone. Oh, ouch. That hurts, but probably would have made a great clip that you could have sent in somewhere. No, I'm sorry, Coach. I don't mean to laugh at your pain, but that was tough. Lazy icing. Oh, yes. Come on. Oh. So got 1:20 left in the period. It has definitely been sloppy. Shots are 9 apiece even now. Leafs are breaking in with another dump in. Spezza picking it up on the boards. Dumps it to the corner. I can't even see who that is. David Kempf, who passes it away.
You just
Montreal.
Make up a name. It doesn't. You just make up a name. That's what the announcers do.
You just make up a name. It's passing it over to what's his name. Right. So it'd be good to get a last second attempt. Pass it in. Oh.
Jack Campbell stood on his head this period. He looked good.
He's been good. He's had to be. It's had to be. The defensive play has not been good. No worries, AAU. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a great rest of your night. Rest up, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks for spending some time with us. Kemp's playing well. He is.
Yeah. Did you know that every Leaf goalie that goes to another team always plays fantastic because they get a third the number of shots that they get in Toronto?
Yeah, it's so true. It's too many offensive defensemen who don't know how to come back. So Romanov,
kind of like our Sunday night pickup game.
Here.
10 seconds. Crossbar.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey, Nylander's here.
Is it really Nylander? And Marner's there too.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh. Up and out of play. Like 8.5 seconds to go.
Hey, we're at the same time. Pull the
So it's
goalie.
interesting. They put Tavares with Marner and Nylander together to try and create something. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I know there was a story in the preseason that Tavares and Nylander, Tavares and Nylander were working hard to try and get out on the right step. They wanted to kick it off and really get a move on and get going. Hey, Lindsay, good evening. Welcome in for sure. Drive safe. Thanks for hopping in. You let me know what we talked about earlier, if it's still good for later. Wrister off the iron. I love that sound. Something about the post sound just is awesome.
It's like when
So
you
here
hit a
we
golf
go.
ball off a tree.
Yeah, hit a golf ball off a tree. That's just a scary sound. You never know where it's going. So first intermission, not a whole lot changed in the stats. Shots are still tied. Montreal definitely up in the hits department. I'd love to break it down by player because I'm sure it's all Anderson and Sherratt and Romanov. Let's just see if we can get any other detailed stats here. Hits up, giveaways about even, takeaways about even, block shots. Montreal still dominating. But other than that, pretty even game. Let's go over to the team stats. So we look at, can I filter by any of these? Doesn't look like it. I don't want to click around too much. All right, looks like they're going to play an ad, so we're going to take this screen off. We'll go back to the team stats when we can. So interesting first period. One of the so the other story I was going to tell. So we talked about breaking the ribs and falling out of the boards, which is always so much fun.
Are you talking about your retirement?
Yeah, the retirement parade.
The season end, the career ender.
So a lot of you know, some of you know this, some of you don't. I've had shoulder issues. My shoulder's been really bad. Turned out it was severe tendonitis. Had to really work and get it going. But for years, the shoulder's been really bad. So again, from playing hockey for as long as we did in this league, and I was a shooter. I loved to shoot. My shoulder was just getting worse and worse. So it got to a point where I had to take off a bunch of weeks and just ice it and rest it up because now it was spreading from my shoulder, through my pec, through my bicep tendon. So I rested it up and spoke to the doctor, and he said, yeah, you can go back to playing, but just take it easy. So I said, okay, sure, doc. So Aaron, of course, you know, he knew my whole story. So I said, hey, I'm coming back this week. I'm going to play. And he said to me, he said, Sam,
and what did I say?
He said, do yourself a favor.
Slap shots.
Take it easy and no slap shots. So we get into the game. And if you guys have played any sport, hockey, baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, you get into it, right? The adrenaline starts pumping. You really start moving. And of course, I got into the game. I started really moving around. I felt great skating. I felt good carrying the puck. My snapshot was on point. So, of course, what happens? I wasn't scoring, and it bothered me. And I was getting frustrated. Not that I'm a superstar by any means or was, but I at least would get, you know, a goal or two a game, you know, on average.
That's that would set you up for the goal or two.
It's true. I was playing with Dr. Gretzky's son, who would set me up quite nicely. And so I'm going in, you know, pretty much a breakaway. I stepped to the top of the circle and I said, I got to do it. And I just wound up, fired it away. I don't even think I hit the net. It was a horrible shot.
And that was
And
the
I
end.
knew as soon as that went through,
That was the
I
end.
felt it in the shoulder, and I kind of skated off, and I said, I think I'm done.
You know, it's funny. You say that, Gretzky, that I set you up. So funny story about that. When I was in dental school, I got asked to come play for the ice hockey team. And a lot of the guys knew me because I played ball hockey. We played ball hockey like forever, every weekend. Anyways, I had like good hands. I mean, I could drop the puck or the ball on somebody's tape. Like my passing is phenomenal. I could stick handle standing still and they couldn't knock it off me. So anyways, guys say, listen, we need somebody to come play on the hockey team. We're short a guy. Do you want to come out? I said, no, not really. I haven't skated in like decade. Doesn't matter. We need you. Come on out. So fine. So I go out there. They're giving out the jerseys. They go, Aaron, we got you a jersey. I'm like, oh, great. And they're like, here. And I look at the back on the number, and it's 99. And I'm like, oh, my God, what are you guys doing to me? They're going to murder me out there. Like, you don't wear 99. So they're like, no. They called me Hands, and they gave me 99. And I'm still alive today, but good Lord, that was scary. Some of those games with these guys looking at me wearing 99.
That's amazing. So up here, the game is on Sportsnet. Elliot Friedman is kind of on the panel. Actually, I like his suit he's wearing today. Nice kind of blue suit. Who else has he got on the panel? I missed the name. So it's Elliot Friedman. It looks like Cassie Campbell.
Yeah, she's talking now. I don't know who else is on there.
Cassie Campbell is an ex-Canadian women's hockey player, probably one of our best. Her and Haley Wickenheiser.
Her and Wickenheiser, yep.
Let's see. I didn't catch the other two. The guy on the end, I didn't recognize at all. Coach, what are you able to pick up the Sportsnet feed? You're just kind of across the falls.
That's BX, isn't it?
Is it BXA? So your intermission is ahead of mine.
Elliot Friedman hasn't gotten a haircut since COVID, I don't think.
Well, he shaved the beard, but
thankfully
that was funny.
I don't know who's on the left end. Who is on the left end?
That is Kevin BXA for sure.
There we go.
And
I got that one right. I have no clue who the woman on the far left is, though.
Oh, you do get the Canadian feed. All right. Awesome. I'm not sure who that is either, and it's bothering me. It's not Don Cherry's outfit, but the checks are close. Yeah,
Don Cherry.
Coach, that is true, and I miss Don Cherry. I mean, I know it's not Saturday night, but I was a huge Don Cherry fan, as I'm sure most people were, until his little blunder.
Well, they got rid of both of them. They got rid of Ron McLean, too, who unfortunately needed to go at this point as well.
Is he not coming back this year to do Saturday nights?
I think he may be doing the hometown whatever, but that's
hometown hockey.
Yeah.
Hometown hockey, yep.
But the problem is they got rid of all the personality, and they have a very generic intermission. Like I used to stay and watch the intermissions. Now I got 15 minutes to go do something else.
Yeah. That's the intermissions have not been great.
No.
And I'm shocked, actually.
Nicely.
They're all about quality of broadcasting, and I'm surprised they didn't replace Coach's Corner with a solid show. Checking the out of town scoreboard. Washington is up 1-0. I did see it actually say 2-0 a minute ago, so there must have been a goal that was called back.
Oshie on a power play. Well, Ovechkin is playing.
He is back. Okay. So that is good news for
fight right off the bat.
So I'm wondering, he's got to be closing in. I know he's making a push for the Gretzky record. I don't know if he will ever be able to reach Gretzky's record, but definitely he is pushing hard for that. Coach, I agree with you 100%. Impossible to replace Coach's Corner. That was one of a kind. That show was unbelievable. Don Cherry's rawness and Ron McLean always trying to reel him in and keep him even was such a duo they'll never be able to replicate. There we go. Johnny B with the save. It is Jennifer Terrell. I don't know who she is.
Okay, yeah, John, you need to give us more information on who that is.
Yeah, John, back to your sources and let us know who Jennifer is. So they're just talking about a big qualifying game for Canada's men's soccer. I didn't catch who they were playing. I know they tied Mexico the other day. Don't get you started, Lindsay, on Don. Yeah, little bit of a a raw deal. I know he did try a podcast once upon a time with one of his.
Yeah, but he couldn't figure out the technology.
I think there was like one episode and it was very short. Never really got off the ground.
No.
But I knew some people. So Ron McLean did a lot of public speaking, a lot of events. And some folks that I know that saw him speak at those events said he was very good. And I mean, the stories he must have from around the league were unheard of. All right, here's John with the news update. Jennifer is a Canadian former women's hockey player who played for Harvard University, the Canadian national team, the Mississauga Chiefs, and the Toronto Arrows. Thank you, John. I'm sure.
And so why is she on the
Wikipedia or
broadcast?
Google is. What's that?
And so why is she on the broadcast?
I guess all the other Canadian women hockey players were unavailable. I'm not sure. I'd love to look up.
So random.
I'd love to look up her stats. She must have been on the most recent team. Didn't they just win gold somewhere? So they must have brought her in for that. John, oh boy. So we get a beer commercial. We forgot in our list of commercials. We have the soda, the banks, the cars. We forgot the beer commercial. So we do get some beer.
And now it's the Alice commercial.
Yeah.
No, Stellara. Sorry, Stellara.
Sorry, still trying to get through this slice of pizza. So thank you guys for being here. Oh, she's 42, hasn't played for a while. Yep. All right. Good call. Thanks you guys for watching along with us. I hope you enjoyed the first period. I said it once, I'll say it again. If you are Ninja watching and you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscription button. We are on our push for 200 and we're knocking at the door. We're just around the corner. So we'd love to continue and get up there. Definitely, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, give it a like. And if you know anybody that's a hockey fan that would love to kind of watch along with you, please do hit the share button and share out the link to, social media or any friends or anyone that you think would enjoy kind of watching along and chatting with us. This game is definitely bound to pick up. It has not been a great first period by any means. So hopefully lots of more action to come. It's tough. The last, 5 years now? 4 years? The Leafs have been eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. There was a lot of hype and a lot of excitement that this would be the year that's going to change. If you watched our Hockey Talk stream Saturday night, we looked at the hockey news predictions. And unfortunately, they predict the Leafs losing in the first round to the Florida Panthers, which would not sit well with me because those are my two teams. So I'm hoping that's not the case. It's a bit of a tough start to the season with Matthews still out a couple of games, Mikheyev out till at least December, and watching these guys the way they've started so far, yikes. It's going to be tough.
People say baseball's boring.
Coach N with the comment of the night, where's my mouse? As a Sabres fan, my heart breaks for you. So true. And you know what, Coach N, you're probably not far off from Pierce. I know he's not here tonight, but as a Lions and a Red Wings fan and from Detroit, he also has felt some sports.
At least Detroit wins some games. Buffalo, you knew what you were getting in for. I mean, they're terrible. They were never going to be good. I mean, they're supposed to be better, but at least the expectations weren't that high. With the Leafs, every year we think we're going to be good.
That's true. That's true. Part of it is the we think part.
Yeah.
We don't want to look at reality, but
well, we were like the what was it? The Sports Illustrated said the Leafs were going to win the Cup last year, I believe it was, and the Sporting News had the Leafs going to the Cup Finals. This year they have them out in the first round, so that could be good for us, or bad. But at least the bar is lower.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing. You look at the Leafs, you look at the Oilers, all this talent, and they can't win a playoff round.
Yeah, it's ugly.
I mean, at least with the Sabres, they don't even make the playoffs, so you don't get upset or frustrated. You like the Sabres fans will be frustrated around January when their team's eliminated from the playoffs. But then they got like 3 or 4 months to like not have to worry about the stress of will they make the playoffs? Will they make a round? It's much easier that way. It's very hard to be a Leafs fan and watch them lose every year. Every year you're like, oh, this could be the year, and every year they let us down.
Yeah, Coach.
And yet we come back for more.
Coach comes back with the "I live in the no goal nightmare."
He has got that. What is it? That Budweiser, the red light, the goal horn that never goes off. Maybe
it never
the
goes
batteries
off.
are dead. Keeps changing the batteries, but that doesn't make any difference.
That's awesome. I would love to have one of those goal horns, those red lights, but they're expensive. They're like $200.
I would set it to a better team. Maybe set it to Pittsburgh, so at least it works once in a while.
Yeah. That's true. Although, you know what? I like Buffalo this year. I mean, it depends what happens with Eichel. I mean, I don't like them to go far, but I like them to do okay. Tage Thompson, who, Aaron, you and I have had how many years in our hockey pool?
He's never made the team. He sat on the reserves for like 2 years or 3 years.
All the magazines, the sleeper pick, Tage Thompson, this is going to be his year. And every year it's like, come on, let's pick him up. And he never does anything. But he had such a great preseason, looked real solid. Maybe
really
this is finally his year.
That's like watching me on the driving range. I'm really good on the driving range.
And Amanda, welcome in. Getting Dina a red light goal horn for Christmas. Say no more, Sam.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Amanda, I just got the evil glare. So thank you for getting me in trouble. But it's not me, it's her. It's all her. Thanks, Amanda, for coming in. Yeah, I think Jacksa Punk coach says whatever happens with him is going to be interesting. I hope he doesn't end up missing a whole year because that's just bad for him. It's bad for the Sabres. Hopefully they can get a deal done so he can go somewhere. He has so much potential. Such a great player. I'd love him to be here, but we have
He'll go to Pittsburgh.
We have no salary cap.
You'll see. He'll go to Pittsburgh.
Who do you think Pittsburgh would move for him? Clearly, Buffalo wants a good player now and a couple of prospects and a draft pick. Like it's going to be a heavy price tag.
The problem is Arizona's dumping all sorts of salary because they're going to try and get
Matthews.
Matthews, yeah, which would not be good. So then we'd need Eichel, but I don't know. I could see him going to Pittsburgh. I don't think they'll give up a Getzel, but they can give up picks and they got a lot of talent in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Oh man, Coach says he will go to Boston. Coach, if he goes to Boston, I'm never going to hear the end of it.
They won't trade within the division. I don't see that happening.
I would be shocked, but Boston's hard enough for us to beat already.
Maybe they'll go to Detroit for Mantha.
Now that would be interesting.
Didn't Mantha go to Washington? I think he went to Washington, Mantha.
Can I have one more slice? Thank you. Mantha's a good he's a good talent.
Yeah, but I think he went to Washington. Didn't they trade him the last trade deadline?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think he went to Washington for. I'm trying to think who he went for. Vrana.
Yep, you are correct. The Washington Capitals. I typed into my trusty search tool here, aka Google, like where does Anthony Mantha, and before I could type play, it popped up saying live. I'm like, no, I don't want to look up where Anthony Mantha lives. I'm not stalking him. So yeah, in Washington for sure. And you think he was part of the deal? Let's see.
See, Verana probably went to Detroit.
April 12th, Mantha was traded to Washington in its exchange for Jacob Verana and Richard Panik and a first-round pick in 2021 and a second-round pick in 2022. Wow, that's a lot.
See, I knew my hockey. That's why you had me as a partner in my hockey pool.
That's right, because I did not remember that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second period is underway. Puck is dropped, and we are tied at ones, shots tied at nines, and Leafs are breaking it into Montreal zone. Who we got? Looks like the Marner line. I'm sorry. You sneeze, and Marner falls over. I know he's been in the gym. You watch on his Instagram. He did a lot of work, but he needs to be stronger on the puck. But good puck possession time. The Leafs with 11:30, Montreal with 8:12. So the Leafs are definitely leading the puck possession time. Too bad most of that puck possession time has been carrying it out of their end and dumping it into the other teams. But let's see how this period shapes up. So first line was on the ice. It's switched up now to the Engvall line. Engvall, Kempf, and Cass with Muzzin and Hall on defense. Oh, these little short passes drive me nuts. When the guys are all standing kind of three together and one guy passes it up to another. It was a great trade, Coach N. That was a lot for Mantha, but he's a good talent. Oh my gosh, Engvall hit the post. If I'm watching this game and Engvall ends up potting a couple goals, I'm going to be shocked. He's a guy everyone had written off being sent down to the Marlies, but with the injury to Mikheyev, I think he got some extra playing time. The one story we haven't talked about is that of Adam Brooks. Adam Brooks, who was a prospect who was looking really good throughout the preseason, played in on the Matthews line in Matthews' spot. I thought he was going to have a solid career in Toronto, at least for a couple of years. They put him on waivers to send him down, and Montreal scoops him off of waivers and steals him away.
I don't even think he's playing tonight.
No, he's not playing tonight. He just practiced for the first time yesterday, I think I read. So, excuse me, not sure when we'll actually see him in action, but hopefully it's soon. I had high expectations.
Is that Garth Brooks' son?
Yeah, no relation to Garth Brooks.
What about Mel?
Mel Brooks could be.
Yeah.
No. The other Leaf who I haven't really heard anything about, who I had high hopes for, was Andreas Johansson. Nylander, yeah.
Johansson's on Pittsburgh.
Johansson on Pittsburgh now.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen how he's done throughout the preseason as well, but I know I used to call him the little bulldog. He was amazing for the Marlies. He did okay. Never really got a good chance. Always kind of put towards the bottom end of the lineup. But definitely we'll want to check in on the season and see how he's doing. So an interesting lineup coming on for Toronto with Simmons, Nylander, and Amato with Sandin and Dermott. So it looks like Nylander is switched to centering the fourth line, unless it's just caught in an awkward line change. But Coach is making some tweaks early, trying to get something to happen, because that was a really slow first period. Leafs are loving the iron tonight, Coach. They have a ton of posts. I wish that was a stat I could pull up really quickly here, because I love seeing that, how many times in a game somebody hits a post.
Well, that's what you do when you don't have a goalie in shinny, right? You hit post crossbar. The Leafs play that a lot.
Yeah, ooh, so that just kind of ricocheted. Nylander with the tip ricocheted through Jake Evans' legs and just out the other side, missing the open net. So that was close. But unfortunately, close does not count in hockey. Has to cross the line. So panning through the crowd, looks like most people are respecting the mask wearing rule and are wearing them. There's a whole lot that are not. But that's okay. It is what it is. Bring the scoreboard up. So it looks like another icing call. We're going back. This dump and chase game could be a dangerous game if the Leafs don't get it going. We know Montreal with their speed and their skill. they can turn around real quick. And Aaron, just as you predicted in the pregame, Spezza, Simmons, and Armato out against Suzuki, Druin, and Caulfield.
Yeah.
But it looks
because
like
you fight fire with sand.
Yeah, exactly. So we are back out with the Tavares line now. So it looks like we were able to get that line change in. Richie, Tavares, and Marner against Druin, Dvorak, and Anderson. So a little bit of a mix-up on Montreal's lines. They got caught up on the icing. They'll be able to sort out that line now. In case anyone was wondering, this Papa John's barbecue chicken pizza is absolutely delicious. I am in no way affiliated with Papa John's, but I love this pizza.
Too bad you didn't get them on with it, because maybe you could get them to be a sponsor. Official sponsor of your channel.
That would be nice.
I just saw on the boards, they have the ads on the boards. They have TikTok on the boards.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So I see
it
the
should
PS5.
be coming up in about 10 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna see this. I saw PS5 for the ad.
It's by the Leaf bench.
Yes, okay. I missed it. I looked down. Christina G, hello. Welcome into the show. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in and joining us as we kind of watch this hockey game all together. So any other new ads? We see I got our Tim Hortons, our Pizza, our Crown Royale.
Those are new ones.
Casino Ram, or is it Fallsview Casino?
Oh, no.
We're pressuring in, some good pressure, looking for a man in front to pass it to. And, okay, that was nothing. Petrie with a minute 30, long shift for him. So it's good. Leafs are starting to put some pressure, much needed.
Now I got a question for you. Does Dina have like something like, so you have your brother doing the Swedish Chef, the cooking show. What's Dina have going? What's her show?
Dina has going on the putting up with her husband live streaming all the time.
Dancing with Dina. Dancing with Dina every Thursday night.
Dancing with Dina. If you guys in the chat would love to see a Dancing with Dina live stream, give us a thumbs up in the chat, and we'll see if we can get a Dancing with Dina stream going. That's awesome. Aaron, I will oh, there she is. Dina says, oh my God, nobody wants to see that.
Well, I don't think she should be the judge of that, so I think that's up to your viewers.
But of course, we have our new viewer to the stream, Amanda, comes back with "Oh heck yes."
There we go. It's 1-1.
Solid vote for Dancing with Dina. Duke Mom, hi, good evening. Welcome in. Go Pens. Wait, wrong game. Thanks, Duke Mom. Thanks for coming in. Christina G, that has to be better than Dancing with the Stars. And of course, Coach Dina, let's dance. Yes, maybe we'll have to get some Just Dance game footage and get Dancing with Dina going.
There we go.
Pushing in front of the net, shove it. Oh, I can't even see. Armia is grabbed somebody around the head. Michael Bunting in front of the net, causing trouble. This is what we signed him to do. Hack away, try and get those garbage goals. We got Gallagher all wrapped up in there as well. Nice little scuffle in front of the net.
They sent Dermott flying. I think he landed in the third row.
Oh man, that was a pretty solid hit on Dermott. It was Sherratt. Of course, it's Sherratt that comes in with the.
That guy hits everything.
Oh.
I'm telling you, that happens to me, career ender. That's it.
Yeah. I'm glad Dermott got up and tried to get right in the play and keep battling and didn't just try and attack Sherratt. So this has been an interesting, it's nice to see some life coming out of the team. Bunting kind of creating some traffic in front of the net. That puts the Leafs up to 14 shots against Montreal's 9. I want to go back. Christina G, you mentioned about Dancing with the Stars. Are you watching this season? I've watched the first 2 episodes. I have not watched the 3rd episode, which I believe is Brittany Night. And I definitely want to watch that because I'm thinking this season's okay. I'm rooting for the Miz all the way.
I'd like to watch Squid Games, but I'm afraid that I won't be able to sleep, and I'm already afraid of the dark, so that won't be a good combination.
So I don't know if you got from your kid's school. We actually got an email from the school sent around that kids were talking about Squid Game at school, and they wanted to let parents know it's not appropriate. Their kids shouldn't be watching it.
It's not appropriate for me to be watching.
Yeah, I haven't watched it myself. I saw about 3 seconds of the trailer and was enough for me. Bunting was hunting, Coach says. Absolutely. And that's why Bunting gets paid the mediocre dollars. But that's what we need him to do. We need one of those Dave Anderchuk types to sit in front of the net, cause havoc, screen. You know, Bill Berg was also really good at doing that.
There you go. Somebody else who knows the Dave Anderchuk garbage goal. Every time I say that to somebody, they're like, who? I'm like, I'm not that old.
Dave Anderchuk made a career. Didn't he have 50 goals one year? And I think 47 of them were from like 2 feet in front of the net.
Yeah, like it's like, you know, how the new stat in golf is, you know, they add up the length of putts you've made per round. If you're adding up the feet of, you know, goals that you scored from where you scored from, basically, I think his longest goal was about 8 feet from the net. Usually it was a foot and a half from the net.
They all count as long as it crosses the line. So it's interesting. They're putting that Simmons line against the Suzuki line again, as you called it from the beginning. And I'm shocked they are doing that, but they're holding them at bay right now, outside of the first goal, of course. But you know, we were just getting warmed up.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Sean, welcome in. Great to have you join us tonight as we are watching some hockey, some Maple Leafs versus the Montreal Canadiens. For those of you that are watching that have not seen, I'll put it back up there, have not seen Sean's channel, definitely look him up and check him out. He does a fantastic Tin Can Thursday. He is big into the home brewing scene, takes us to some breweries, a great streamer, just starting up his channel. We're both, the two of us, are making a push to 200. So if you haven't already checked out Sean, definitely go give him a look-see. So we are back for a commercial. So let us do our stat checkout. So far, no goals this period. Leafs have taken the edge in the shots for sure. No more penalties. There's a lot more rough stuff, but refs aren't calling anything. Montreal still ahead of us in block shots. Leafs defensively are pulling ahead in takeaways. They are also sadly ahead in giveaways, but no surprise, Montreal leading the way with hits, with 15 hits to our 9. So those of you who do have Amazon Prime, there is this great special. I say great because I like the ads for it. I haven't actually watched it yet myself. All or Nothing, based on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I will be checking that out sometime soon for sure.
I have a feeling it's going to be a lot about it's going to be a lot about the nothing.
Yeah, I think so. Why is it saying Tavares 2 minutes? Did Tavares just get a penalty before that break?
Not that I saw, but then again.
Let's see. Maybe this view is a little bit better. I don't know. Do you prefer this view for the scoreboard or the one with the actual arena? I don't really have a preference. Let's keep with the arena.
Yeah, power play. Okay.
So I guess he must have. I missed what happened at the end of the play there. All right, I could switch this to the second period.
Where did Shea Weber? Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt. Shea Weber's got beaten up at the end of the season or something.
I think so, yeah. So Tavares did get a hooking penalty against Dvorak right before the commercial break there. So we are going to see what happens. So Weber is tough to replace in 275 games. He had 58 goals, but 26 power play goals, 146 points. So that's a lot of goals to replace. I don't know how long Weber is going to be out for, but he had that monster shot. If you guys watched in the All-Star games, you know, he was right up there year over year as winner of the hardest shot competition. So let's see how Montreal does testing our PK unit. Hopefully Toronto plays strong. We are going with Marner and Richie. Richie is definitely filling that place of Zach Hyman, because Zach Hyman had some serious penalty killing experience that he went with. So this is key with Montreal. We got to get those dump-ins. We need to be able to win those battles for the puck and get them out. And so far, we're doing a good job. So last season, as the TV is showing us, 78.5%, tied for 23rd in the PK. Not great news by any means. We need to improve our penalty kill. So Engvall solid, stealing that puck. Oh, too bad he couldn't curl it around.
Oh.
So it's okay. We killed just over half the penalty. We'll see how they go. Montreal coming out with Druin, Dvorak, Armia, and Anderson with Petrie. Oh, wow. Breaking right through. That had to be Anderson. Only Anderson does that. Yep, and it was. So he's tough. He's difficult wherever he is on the ice. Back to the point. They're circulating around, going back and forth to the hash marks. Back to the point, wide open. Is he going to shoot? No, off to the side. Mia tries to feed it in the middle. Back to Armia. Tries to do a blind shot, but blocked by Riley. Riley was able to get it out. Thank God. Putting a little bit of pressure there makes me nervous. All right, Brody. Okay, we have killed off that penalty successfully, or did we? Yes. No. They've taken it off the TV board.
It's over, I think.
It's over now.
Yeah.
It must have been love, but it's over now. Oh, come on, Tavares. You keep it in now. It has come out. Montreal's turning it on now, putting some pressure, trying to move through. StreamYards for video yet Streamlabs and chat interesting. Yeah, Sean. It's so I think I've figured out how it all works. Streamlabs chatbot or cloudbot is still active and doing its thing. So whether you're streaming from a different source, whether it's StreamYards or YouTube, or I haven't tried Prism, but any other device, as long as that Streamlabs bot is active and the moderator is still set, you should be good to get all the action and activity. So I'm going to go back to my pizza.
Nobody will blame you.
Lots of turnovers. Like just blind passes.
They've obviously come and watched our hockey game.
Yeah.
I thought there was a scout in the stadium one day.
One day. I think they came for the hot dogs, but realized we didn't have any concessions and just stayed to scout the team.
That's right.
Nylander breaking it out. Dropped back to Sandin. Sandin tried a nice fancy deke, but was stopped there. Oh, in the front. Good save. Oh. Little Willie can't get it in. All right, I will take back that last phrase. William Nylander did not score the goal. Oh. Yeah. Phrases not to be said on live streams. So the boss over here is killing herself. Amanda says, Dina, relax.
By the way, what's the voting up to for Dancing Dina night?
Dancing Dina, I think it was a resounding 100% for a Dancing Dina stream.
No, you'll have to put that into the scheduler then.
Yeah, we'll have to get that scheduled for sure.
I hope it doesn't conflict with Chef John.
We are going to do more of Chef John coming up. Ooh, nice little glove out of the air. Chef John wants to do some shorter streams and some kind of oven cooking and stove cooking, not just the smoking. And so we'll get those kind of going live.
Can you see if you can do something like how to make craft dinner fancy?
Now, does it have to be craft dinner, or can it just
be the
a
knockoff
random
one
brand
from
mac and
Costco?
cheese?
What's that one at Costco? Allison's Best or something like that, or I don't know what it is. There's a knockoff version of it.
A knockoff. There's also the Wacky Mac version, which is very popular with the kids. And I'm sure, I don't know, Sean, Coach, and anyone down kind of on the other side of the border. What do you guys have, like a brand name mac and cheese? Is Kraft kind of international? Do you know, or is it just a Canadian thing?
I think it's
Kraft is Canadian. I'd be curious to know if you guys in the States have a brand name mac and cheese.
Tell John he's got to find some food and he's got to elevate it. Some of us, that are like working people that don't have time, but we want, good food, not fast food. We want good food quickly.
All right. So Coach and Sean both say Kraft. So we got Kraft mac and cheese down south as well. All right. John, if you are still here, mission is out. We want to see an elevated mac and cheese dish, a Gordon Ramsay worthy mac and cheese dish with some shredded Parmesan and all the fixins.
No, you can't influence him. He's got to come up with it on his own. Something with cocktail weenies and Kraft dinner or, something like that.
Velveeta. Coach says Kraft Velveeta is the best. I have no idea what that is.
Seriously?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like
it's
like
cheese.
Cheese Whiz.
Cheese. Oh, okay. So Cheese Whiz. I haven't had Cheese Whiz in forever.
That's a good thing. Your doctor's probably happy about that.
Yeah, I got a really good report with my doctor with the new diet.
Yeah, well, you're eating pizza.
Well, as I'm eating pizza. Well, it's healthy pizza. It's it has chicken on it. And onions. Onions are healthy. Oh gosh.
Hey, there's a Leaf game going on tonight.
There's a Leaf game going on. Oh, Sean. Yes, that's right. Sean's co-host is a chef. Sean, we should get a little challenge. Chef Lindsay versus Chef John in the battle of the mac and cheese dish. I think that would be outstanding. All right. So we have not missed anything in these 2 minutes.
Not even a shot.
Action. Not even a shot. Shots are still 17-12 for the Leafs. Still 1-1 right now. Leafs are trying to get it out of their end. We got Hall pushing it up the ice to Engvall. Engvall is going to turn it over, I'm pretty sure. Blindly passes it to the corner. Oh, what a shot. Tavares with a backhander. Pulls it. Come on. Take it in. Here, Marner. Oh, come on, Marner. Do better. Richie, I'm not used to these new numbers. I got to get used to Cachet and Kempf and see what numbers these guys wear. Marner in front, breaking it in, trying to stuff it in the back door.
He doesn't. And that
no dice. Denied at the back door entrance.
What number is the new players? I haven't seen them out there.
Let's see. I wonder.
Nylander's still wearing 88?
Nylander is still wearing 88.
Okay, and he's wearing it tonight?
Yes, he's actually. They're at the Lost and Found looking for Nylander right now.
There he is. He's on the ice now. He's got the puck.
Do they realize they need to put the puck in the net to win? Sean, that is a good question, and I'm hoping Coach is reminding them of that.
They're playing for the shootout. They're playing for the single point tonight?
They're playing for the shootout. I'm not getting a good opportunity to use a lot of my banners here.
I mean, I think if you're going to stream more of these games, you definitely need to get the red light camera because you got to set up the red light camera. Red light goal horn.
The goal horn? Yeah, right now the batteries would be running out of no use. Oh, good save. So they are playing well defensively for the most part. They've picked it up, but they're slacking in the offensive department. So that I love. I wish I could have switched my screen fast enough there. So they just had a replay shot of Marner sitting on the bench with an iPad watching the play.
No, he was watching the Washington game.
He was watching the Washington game.
Yeah, that's a good game, I hear. This one.
I love the fact that these guys can come off the ice and with the technology today can sit down and see exactly what they just did and what they did wrong. Not that some people seem to learn from it.
I think it's bad. I think it's bad. Can you imagine if my son got off the ice and he had an iPad in his hand, he'd be playing Brawl Stars. And I'm like, he's got to be focusing on the game, and he's playing a video game. So, sure.
Well, maybe he's playing the pre-release of NHL 22, trying to figure out the moves.
I don't think so. I think he's playing Brawl Stars.
He's playing Brawl Stars. So looks like we have a penalty coming up. Just touch the puck, Spezza. So who is this call going to be on? Waiting for the official call.
I didn't see there was a penalty. You think it was a penalty? I thought it was a high stick.
The ref? Oh, just a high stick? Okay. Well, that's okay. So we got 5:56 left in the second period. Definitely a lackluster effort at this part for sure. He's Sean, probably with the right comment, checking his TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. wants to see if he's trending for sure. He's checking his email from his fiance, giving him crap for not performing. Although I will say, give him credit. He spent a lot of the off season working hard on his shot and his strength. The only problem is that we saw during the preseason, his accuracy is still not good. So he can shoot the puck hard. He's like the kid from Mighty Ducks. Was it 1 in 10 hit the net? 1 in 5. Yep. Fulton
the knuckle puck. Fulton with the knuckle puck. 1 in 5.
1 in 5. So we'll see if Marner's shot has improved. Here we got our car commercial now going on. What is this? The GMC. It's always GMC.
Yep.
I was so excited today. I thought it might
be the crowd with all their medals. Wow, that's a lot of medals.
I'm still with the truck. So unless they're in the truck, I'm way behind.
Wow, I don't know how she got through the metal detector. She's wearing 4 medals.
Who was it?
Alexiak.
Oh, Penny Alexiak, our swimmer.
And now they're all tangled. Now she's all upset because all of her medals are tangled.
Oh no, yeah, that's bad. She was our leading medal getter, definitely in the pool for swimming. She is awesome.
Back away.
Gigi, welcome in. So glad to have you here. I'm going to guess the poll is on. I'm going to guess on the poll because I'm a New Jersey Devils fan. Well, Gigi, New Jersey is going to be a decent team. Hopefully Hughes picks it up. I know number 1 draft pick. We'd like to see him step up. He's had some years under his belt now. They have some decent players. I didn't see where the
Yankee fan. Are you allowed to be? If you're a Yankee fan, are you allowed to be a Devils fan?
That is a very good question.
Do you paint your face while you're watching the games? Is my question.
We used to do that with the kids with the temporary tattoos. They would love.
But you remember the Seinfeld one with the New Jersey? He wore the Devils paint on his face. Got to support the team.
I don't remember. Was that the one he painted it, but then couldn't clear it off or something like that?
No, it was one where he's dating Elaine or whatever. She's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "You got to support the team."
I don't remember very many Seinfeld episodes by kind of theme. The one that sticks out in my head all the time is when they peed in the garage.
You're a mycetitis poisoning.
Yeah, that's the one that always comes to mind. So we got 5.5 left to go. Montreal has definitely picked it up in the shots. Toronto still leading 19-15 in the shot department.
Well, at least they're winning something.
A little block shot. dump and chase. That's all this whole game has been.
Look at that, the shot attempt number. 43 shot attempts for the Leafs to 23 for Montreal.
That's unbelievable. Listen, if you keep shooting, they're going to get through eventually. It's just the quality of shots we got to get. There's been no real setting up and cycling plays. I'm still behind.
Okay,
I must be way behind it. Montreal
get excited, but don't get too excited.
Walked way in there.
Oh.
Engvall and Casse 2-on-1. Engvall to Casse, stopped by Evans.
It gets better.
Evans? Allen.
It gets better.
Call him Evans. Montreal trying to clear. Going behind the net. Stolen. Passed in front. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Casse with the chance for all the glory and just got laid out. But he's back up. Dumps it out from behind the net. Turnover. I think Montreal's going to clear. Anderson interceptioning puts it out.
It's so weird. I'm so far ahead. I feel like I have to call Bell.
Like you're watching a whole different game. Kerfoot behind the net to Nylander. Didn't get there. Fighting in the corner. Back to the point.
And that's the period.
With the wrist shot. Ooh, trickles wide. That's a weak forecheck in the corner, Kerfoot. But he's at the end of the shift. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I could have given you my best bet of the night before the game started.
Your best bet? What's your best bet of the night?
My best bet was under 6 on this game tonight.
Yeah. I predicted, I thought Toronto was going to win 4-3. Do not see that happening now.
Really? You thought that was going to happen? Eh?
I did. I thought it would be a quite a goal-scoring affair.
The problem with Matthews, he just shoots from everywhere. He's like watching Ovi.
I'll be very curious when Matthews returns after wrist surgery to see if his shot comes back to form, because he's
been playing. Like he looked good. He just said he wasn't quite. Listen, there's no real reason to play him, at all until he's 100% healthy. We don't need him early. You need him in the playoffs if we make it that far.
Should we pull the Kucherov play and sit him out all year and then bring him back in the playoffs so he's fresh?
Like that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that's. I always say I think that was just dirty.
It's called the Starkman loophole.
The Starkman loophole, absolutely. Oh, Amanda was all over my prediction, not liking the 4-3. No way.
No.
I really did. I thought this would be just a goal affair. But it's okay. I don't mind a close game. Actually, like a close game. If there's just some action, it's been dump and chase. It's like, and Gigi, you know well from the Devils when they would play the old trap style, right? It just slowed the game down so much. And that was it Lou Lamoriello and the New Jersey Trap for years.
Worked great. Got him to the
finals. It worked great, but it was terrible to watch. Terrible to watch as a fan. 100 seconds left. Brody with a 1.5-minute shift. That's too long.
They had McGillney on that team in those years. Like they had some talent. They just played such shutdown hockey.
Yeah. Got another icing.
They had Kovalchuk as well, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah.
And then they had the defenseman who was the career ender. I can't think of his name.
Scott Stevens. Well, and Ken Danico.
Yeah. But Scott Stevens was one
awesome.
that would come across the zone and end your career.
He would. He was such a big boy.
Yep,
your PK. Yeah, Gigi comes out with the PK Subban. Loves PK Subban. I tell you, Gigi, I was so excited with all the rumors year over year about the potential of PK coming to Toronto. He's always been, good on the media here, good to the crowds. I was lucky enough to see him at a couple Raptor games. Super nice guy. But obviously didn't work out. Now he's in New Jersey, but he's so good.
His game has really gone downhill. I don't know why. He declined really fast. He'd fit perfectly on the Leafs. You put him right beside Simmons.
Yeah, he has dropped for sure. He's had some tough years, some injuries and whatnot. But yeah, he's definitely over his prime.
Very good
but
trade.
I'd still
when they
love
traded
to
him for Weber, good trade.
Yeah. Good, Amanda. If they lose the home opener to the Habs, I'll be accepting new team applications for the season. Amanda, you're more than welcome to root with the Florida Panthers with me anytime. Florida is my second team, and I'm so excited. What's that?
They got rid of your favorite. Borgstrom is gone.
I know they traded Borgstrom. I have his rookie card in like every series in all his variants. But we have a new subscriber with us today. Hello, and I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Navanthia, thank you so much for subscribing, and Go Leafs Go. So happy to have you with us and helping us get ever closer to the 200 subscribers. So thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it. So Amanda, like I was saying, yeah, Florida Panthers, if you want to cheer them on with me, I welcome it. They made a big move. We talked about it on Saturday, sealing up Barkov for 8 years at about $10 million a year, which is awesome. Good for him. It's a lot of money, $10 million a year.
Well,
and that is the end of the second period.
I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, no worries. So Aaron is going to take a break. I am with you guys. Let's kind of take a quick look down the stats. GG, I met him before because Kyle Palmieri had a military ball event for New Jersey Devils. And I went, that is amazing. So talk about a talent first and foremost. Kyle Palmieri is solid. I picked him up several times in my pools, and he never disappoints. Well, I shouldn't say never disappoints, but he's pretty solid and such a good talent. But that's pretty cool that you had a chance to meet a lot of players there. That's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. NHL players are some of the nicest people when you have a chance to meet them. It doesn't go for everybody, but a lot of them are really nice. Coach, saw your comment there for Gary Bettman to resign. I do not think we are going to get a resignation from the B-man anytime soon. He is in it for the long haul. So looking at our stats at the end of the period, we are still tied up. Shots, Montreal came back really hard. Leafs still in favor, 22-20. Montreal leading the way in hits, 19-12. Penalty minutes, no real change. 4 minutes for the Canadians, 2 for Toronto. Looking at some of the extended stats and breaking it down by period, the Leafs did have 13 shots on goal that period, Montreal with 11. We know no real change in the power play percentages. Toronto with a slight edge in face-off win percentage. At the end of the last period, it was tied 50-50. Toronto is up 56 to 44%. Montreal still ahead in block shots, 10-7. Toronto is still leading in the takeaway department, 9-4, which is really good to see them with that many takeaways. Unfortunately, on the flip side, Toronto also leads in giveaways with 13-10. And no surprise, Montreal still leading the hit parade, 19-12. So not a whole lot of action changing during that period. Hoping to see more kind of coming up next. For Toronto, Marner is up there with about just over 13 minutes of ice time. Same with Nylander and Tavares. They are definitely leading the way. Kempf and Engvall and Casse all with, 9.5 to 10 minutes, as well as Spezza putting up 9.5 minutes of ice time, Kerfoot with almost 10 minutes of ice time. So it looks like a couple lines are eating up the majority of the ice. On defense, it is really spread out. Morgan Riley, no surprise to anybody, leading the way, in the ice time there with 15.5 minutes, which is a tremendous amount of ice time. His defensive partner, TJ Brody, with 14 minutes. As we go back, Sandin with 12 minutes. And I think Sandin's looked really good. I really, really enjoyed his. And Maple Leafs Media, thank you so much for joining in. Great to see you. Thanks for supporting the channel and supporting, supporting us in hockey. This is the first kind of watch along we are doing. So thank you so much for having us. We are pushing our way to 200. So I'll take this moment actually to give you guys, do the little YouTuber commercial. Thanks so much for everyone for being here and spending the game with us for this watch along. To the new subscribers, thank you so much. It really means the world to me to be able to do this and share it with so many people as we hope to grow kind of our audience. So if you haven't subscribed, please do think about hitting that subscription button. We'd appreciate it. Of course, the little thumbs up like, and make sure to hit that notification bell. We do a lot of different types of videos and streams on this channel. Definitely, we're doing this watch along tonight. We'd love to do more of them. Every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, I do a hockey talk where we just look back at the week that was in hockey, primarily focused on the Leafs. But of course, we talk a little bit about some of my other favorite teams, the Florida Panthers. We also will talk a little bit about whoever's in the chat and their teams are. So whether it's the Sabres, the Predators, we do have some Boston fans. So I want to be inclusive. So yes, maybe I'll dedicate a minute to talk about the Boston Bruins. But we love to talk hockey, and that's what we do Saturday nights. Tuesday nights, we do a retro show. We turn back the clock and we go retro. And we've done 4 episodes so far. We've talked about Star Wars. We've talked about cartoons. We've talked about music. We just go back the clock, go down memory lane, and have fun. We're going to be doing a retro look at sports, at video games, at toys, at comics, you name it, we're going to talk about it. As well, we go out to theme parks. We visit Canada's Wonderland. We do some live streams from there. We go to some adventure parks, some petting zoos, some farms. We go everywhere, and we live stream as much as we can. We have a cooking segment we just started, where we'll show you, we've smoked some pork and some ribs and more cooking to come. So we're really all over the map. If you have little ones, we definitely have content for the kids. We stream video games, whether it's Fortnite or Roblox or, Spider-Man. We are doing some Beat Saber. So we have all kinds of video games that we are streaming out. And of course, Lego builds. We don't do a whole lot of them, but we do have some Lego builds up. So lots of content for the kids. Put your kids down on the channel, let them watch, and you guys come and join us for the live stream. So thank you all again for being here. Really appreciate it. And let's hope for a better third period, because these first 2 periods have been a little lackluster. So we went down kind of the Leaf stats. Let's flip the coin, because I know we have some Montreal Canadians fans that are watching and joining us, and we definitely want to make sure to include them. I'm just checking some additional messaging here. I want to make sure there's no late breaking stories that I miss out on, and nothing that comes to the top of the feed. So great. Let's look down the Montreal stats. So rough estimate looks like Christian Dvorak is leading the ice time with almost 12 and a half minutes. No surprise there. Definitely expected him to be a leader on the team, and he's definitely stepping up and doing it. Josh Anderson not so far behind, 11 and a half minutes. I expect those two, Dvorak and Anderson, to really lead this Montreal team throughout the year. Bunch of guys with just over 10 minutes. Caulfield, Armia, and Evans, solid in there. I missed Toffoli also at 11 and a half minutes, and Jonathan Drouin at 10 minutes. On the defensive side for Montreal, Jeff Petrie leading the way defensively. Solid player. Again, no shock that he's going to be leading the defensive core. Following up, Petrie, Savard with 14, Kulak and Sherratt with 13, and then kind of coming up on the back end, Romanov with 11 and Weidman with 8:55. So Romanov so far, I know he's just had kind of the one penalty in the 2 minutes, but I've been impressed with his performance. He's been pretty solid. Let's go to the out of town scoreboard and see what we are getting. So Washington has taken a 3-0 lead over the New York Rangers, which is, I wasn't sure what to make of this team. I didn't know if Ovi would be back, but 3 goals. We have TJ Oshie from Ovechkin and Kuznetsov in the first. The second period, Justin Schultz from Kuznetsov and Ovechkin. So a great start to the season for Ovechkin and Kuznetsov. Again, I don't think anybody's shocked that those two are hooking up and putting up some early points. And then, of course, the third goal, Hendrix Lapierre from Oshie and Sherry. So some good points put up from the Capitals. Right now, those guys, where are they? There's 6 minutes left in the second period. So Washington seems to be dominating. Looking at the stats there, Washington is 67% on the power play. A lot of penalties. Rangers have 10 minutes in penalties to Washington's 8. Rangers are leading in the face-off circle, 58%. Block shots are equal at 5 apiece. Takeaways, 5-3 in favor of the Rangers. Giveaways, 3-2. And the Rangers are dominating in the hit parade with 18-7. Now, these are really interesting statistics. When you look in this game, the takeaways 6-3 and the giveaways 3-2. When you go back to our game and you look at those same statistics, takeaways at 9-4, but the giveaways at 10 and 13. 23 giveaways in this game versus 5 in the Ranger game. So that speaks volumes about how these guys are playing. Giveaways are crazy in our game. And if both teams continue to give away the puck the way they are, somebody is going to capitalize and somebody is going to take this over. If Toronto doesn't batten down, when they get ahead of themselves and start playing with some of the tougher teams, we have an interesting start to the season with Montreal and Ottawa before we kind of get into some of the U.S. teams. But if they're going to keep turning over the puck the way they have been, it is going to be a dangerous way of playing. So looking back at the Washington game, I mentioned there was a lot of penalties. Let's just take a look through what some of those penalties were. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, brother of ex-Leaf James Van Riemsdyk, roughing penalty. Sammy Laius, I'm terrible with names, roughing penalty. Actually had 2 roughing penalties. Another roughing penalty for Van Riemsdyk. Hendrix Lapierre with a high stick. Patrick Nemeth with slashing. Chris Kreider for slashing, all in the first. So lots of penalties in the first in that game. Second period, only 2. Lars Eller with a trip and Alex Lafreniere with a tripping penalty. So Lafreniere definitely did not have a great season last year in his rookie campaign, yet his rookie card still sells for $1 gazillion. But at least he's on the scoreboard this season.
Hey,
So
those rookie card sells for $11.
Hey, there he is. He is back. Lafreniere, I was just going down the out-of-town scoreboard and I see Lafreniere got a penalty. So he is on the Washington scoreboard.
I wonder what's his card going for now. Have you seen?
No.
No.
It's still up there. I know his in Upper Deck Extended, they did the retro throwback style cards.
Right.
And the Lafreniere in the extended throwback card is anywhere from 80 to 100. So his rookie card is, I assume, is going to be above that.
That's shocking. He was, but that's the same thing that happened with what was the card you hit in the break? The big one, Nolan Patrick.
Oh, Nolan Pat. Oh, do you remember that? And yes, Coach, I agree. It is coming with all those turnovers. So here's my card collecting story. So we mentioned it earlier in the game. Aaron and I are both avid, hockey card collectors. Aaron is, branched out into basketball and football and baseball. No football. Do you do football? He does football.
A little bit. Yeah.
Little dabble.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of breaks, right? We have a bunch of guys that we trust from all over the place. And essentially how break works is they're going to open any number of boxes, 1, 2, 3 to 10, whatever it is. You pick a spot, you pay for the spot. By random lottery, you get assigned a team, and then any hit within that break of those boxes, you get the hits. So this is one when no, it wasn't Nolan Patrick. It was someone on Arizona. Who's the big guy on Arizona? I took a picture of it. Let me see if I have it here.
You didn't hit Nolan Patrick? It was.
Nope, you're right. Clayton Keller. It was Clayton Keller.
I like Clayton Keller, but I thought you hit Nolan Patrick.
That might have been in a different break, but the one I'm thinking of is Clayton Keller. So there was a break somebody was doing, and they were opening 2 boxes of Upper Deck, whatever year this was, and
it's been 2019, no 20.
I don't know.
19.
I don't remember, but he had like 1 spot left in the break, and the way they work is they won't open the product until they fill all the spots, obviously. So Aaron messaged me. He goes, "Hey, you want to come in this break? There's 1 spot left. It's only 2 boxes." So I said, "Sure, why not?" So went in the break. Guy opens the first box, and it did like nothing. I didn't hit Keller, but it was something else. So then he goes through. He's opening the next box, and somewhere towards the end of the break, I hit the Clayton Keller Young Gun. So I was like, all right, that more than pays for me buying into the break. Then he goes through, and in the very last pack of the break, he opens a pack and starts doing a little dance. And I hit the Clayton Keller Young Gun exclusive, which was amazing. And I got that and flipped it very, very quickly, which I'm glad I did because he's a good player, but did not pan out to be what I think everyone was expecting. Coach N, UD has nice cards. They do, Coach. They do.
There's so many levels though. Like Upper Deck has, they have their flagship, Series 1 and Series 2. But then there's like, what else is there? I mean, then there's the other end extreme, the Cup, which is like what it can be like $1,600 a box. Then there's Ice, and then there's my favorite SP Authentic, and the SPX. Yeah. I mean, like they've got the market corner. There's so many different brands, so many different breakdowns of the same thing.
Yeah, Christina, absolutely, you nailed it. You love your hockey. We certainly do. It's funny. Growing up, I loved collecting cards. I had a family friend, a very close family friend that was big in collecting cards. And so he used to take me to all the shows, and I got hooked. When I was older and with my own kids, I thought they need a hobby. I don't want them to play games all the time. So let me get a couple boxes and start getting them to collect. So of course, what was the first year of product that I bought getting back into it was the McDavid year. Did I hit a McDavid? No, but I can tell you, I certainly paid for that box like I should have hit a McDavid because they were a fortune that year. And I opened it up with the kids, and they did not care for it. And of course, I got myself back into it. So now my living room is full of card boxes.
Yep, I tried that with my kids. I did the I think it's for SPX. I think they had the jersey names, and so they took every time when somebody got drafted, they took the whole name, they cut out each letter, and they put in, I think it was 25 of each letter, and they made cards of it. So basically, I collected the names of my kids and put that into like a little frame box for the names of both my kids. So that was kind of cool. We had fun kind of collecting that. But it's funny when you're trying to buy these cards and you're like, I need an L, and they're like, well, I can give you this one. This is and it's somebody good, and they want like $250. I'm like, no, I want like a $5 version of that. Give me somebody who's playing in the OHL now or never made it. I'll take that guy's card. I just need the letter.
So true. There's all those unique sets. I know for me, it was the Fleer Showcase, right? A couple of years ago. I loved the Fleer Showcase product they put out. And within it, there was a subset. They were called the Hot Prospect Rookies. And it was a nice gold card. It had a big
Yeah, let me go
kind of
get one.
jersey.
You keep talking. I'll go get it.
Yeah, okay. It had a nice jersey patch on it, and it was signed by the guy. And there were a lot of good rookies in that year. And I started collecting them. I bought a couple boxes just to get those because there was one year you were guaranteed one per box. And then there was some other stuff where you'd get, an autograph card or a jersey card, but it wasn't those hot prospect cards. And I went through a lot, and I found, a bunch of guys online that were selling them. And same thing. Some guys, for the no-name players, you could get them for $4 or $5 a card. But then if you wanted anybody of name value, it was a fortune. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Nick Ritchie. Yeah. So I love these cards. These are the type of cards I sought after to collect. And I got a good number.
This will be on eBay soon.
Yeah, I got a good number of them. I think is it Morgan Riley? I have a couple good players, but of course, like McDavid, Matthews, Marner, no chance that I wasn't spending the kind of money to get those guys. So yet. Christina G is big into figure skating. She says she has 10 tour books and a Nancy Kerrigan box. What kind of tour books, Christina? Is it just like Stars on Ice and that kind of stuff when they tour around? Well played, Christina G. Answer the call. So, Aaron, this little bit of an inside joke here. A lot of us are from a Disney group, and we watch a lot of Disney live streamers. And for any of those,
hold on, there's something exciting.
We're back.
20 seconds going to happen.
We're back. Third period.
On,
I didn't
19,
even see the puck drop.
18, 17. Did it happen yet?
No. Riley carrying the puck up. Little Willie puts it in the net. Holy bananas. Not wasting any time. Going shelf. Leafs score. Take the lead. I'm trying not to wake the kids.
I was going to say, you got nothing on Joe Bowen with your goal call of holy bananas.
Yeah, holy Mackenhow. Little Willie just graduated to Big Willie style. Way to go, Willie. Welcome to the team. Thanks for showing up.
Okay, continue on with your story. Sorry for interrupting, but the hockey game started.
No problem. No problem. I'm so happy for him. But yeah, answer the call. Whoops, there's the wrong chat box. There we go. Answer the call. So, now you got to answer. So, how the story goes in Disney World right now, it's 50th anniversary. So it's pretty big deal. And they've revamped all the decor and a lot of the cavalcades, everything for the 50th. And so they have the song, like their big theme song, has this whole verse about answer the call, right? Answer the call of the magic and Disney and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sing it. I don't mind singing on stream, as a lot of you guys know from the last couple retro nights, but I will not be singing that song. So they play it over and over for everything. And it's so addictive, and it just gets in your head. Answer the call. So very well played call out, Christina G. All right, so let's get, I lost your chat. How do I remove it? There we go. Pull that off. Oh, that was my mom that called. So good thing Dee answered that call. And my mom says hello to everyone. So hi, Mom, if you're watching.
Shouldn't she be watching on your channel? She should know that you're online.
Oh, and my dad says hello. So hello, Mom and Dad. Thank you for watching. All right, thanks, Eleanor. Appreciate you being here with us. Thank you so much. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you again real soon. Have a great night. All right, so 25-21 shots, 2-1 Toronto with the lead. Happy to see some excitement. It's about time. But it's good. Listen, good for Big Willie Styles to get on that board. He'll be Big Willie until he just does something really awful, and then he'll downgrade back to Little Willie.
I've got a nice mini Nylander signed helmet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won it in one of the breaks. Like a long time ago. The one with the Montreal guys.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my helmet. I don't know what I should do with it though.
I'd keep it. It's kind of a little nice keepsake.
It's kind of neat.
Oh, Spezza just filled in from behind at the blue line.
I'm on the commercial.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about Dawn Power Wipes. I'm like, I don't know if that's that exciting.
Yeah.
It did cut the grease.
It did cut the grease. Oh gosh. All right. There. Now I'm at the Dawn Power Wash commercial, and they're cleaning the ice. So puck drop. Montreal takes possession, breaks it into the zone, keeping to the outside. Oh, wraps around in front. Good clear out. So the point shot. Petrie. Oh, who is that?
I can't help you.
Who are these new players and their numbers?
Maybe it's Dvorak. It's really disappointing. If Dvorak had had a big night tonight, my card could be going through the roof, at least up to $1.
Up to $1. I think I sold mine for 18, so you have a chance.
Really? Yeah, mine was a trilogy out of 99, but I think I missed the boat on it.
Yeah, mine was the Young Gun.
Yeah.
All right, so who we are back with? Well, let's see if there's going to be a line change. Doesn't look like it.
I have one watcher on the card.
Oh, nice. When is it set to end?
Sunday.
Okay. All right, so we got an offensive zone face-off. Lost, but kept in at the point. Let's go cycling it around. Let's get a little floater by Nylander. See, now you're Little Willie again. I don't like those little floaters. Good pinch by Dermott. Of course, passed it around to an empty corner, so Sandin has to come in. Little battling in the corner. Who is there? Is that Nylander's doing some good forechecking? All right, you're redeeming yourself. Perfect back to the point. Hold it in, boys. All right, out it comes. Good little forecheck, good effort. Let's turn around and get right back in there. Puck possession time is up to 22 minutes for the Leafs versus just shy of 19 for Montreal. Dumping it in deep. Go on, pressure hard. You got it. You got to win those races. Starting the cycle, looking for someone to pass to. Puts it back down deep, side of the net for, is that Cache? Who is 64? Kempf.
Sammy, did your kids start hockey yet?
They did. So we've just started the evaluation camps. And they'll start monitoring the kids and then putting together the teams.
Are you coaching?
No, I'm not coaching, although I had to fill in on the bench for the first evaluation camp. Just because they needed some parents on the bench and everyone was up in the stands and I happened to be standing down below. So I did have to coach that evaluation scrimmage. But, it's not in the cards this year. Can't do for one and not the other, right? And there's no way I'm coaching two teams.
I just picked up a select baseball team. So that's going to be a lot more entertainment.
And you'll be paying for that for a long time.
You know what? It's a second select team. There were so many kids that wanted to play that didn't make a team. So why shouldn't they have the opportunity? And you know what? I like coaching and yelling. So it'll be fun.
Nice. And Aaron is a avid curler, as are his little ones. So if you are watching today and you are a curling fan or have curling questions or have no idea what curling is, feel free to ask away. And I can tell you, we are not talking about hair curling. But yeah, if anyone is into curling, Aaron is your guy.
We start, actually tomorrow's our first game. So that'll be exciting. Nice. First time on the ice in 561 days.
Sean with the I love curling. Sean, are you being sarcastic or are you being serious? Because I've gotten both responses when I talk about curling. Oh wow, coach with the curled competitively for a few years. So we have some curlers here.
It's all about the drinking.
It's all about the drinking, and Sean says no, he really does. So we have a bit of a curling curling group here. Do you any good curling stories that you want to share? Oh, Marner, holy bad penalty.
Well, so we used to curl at Bayview Golf and Country, and because of no curling last year, the golf members. Now, first of all, golfers don't like curlers. Now, I'm a golfer and a curler, so that means I don't like myself. But because golfers don't like curlers, they actually voted out curling. So there's no more curling at Bayview anymore. So we had to find a new home for us. So we've moved to Tam Heather to try out. But good curling story. Oh, there's so many. Well, so for our team, so I curled in high school. I think I curled with Sammy once or twice. But I put together a team when my daughter started curling for school. I decided we're going to start curling again. So I put together a men's team with 3 guys that used to curl also when they were in high school. So we went out and we were debating, how good are we going to be? Do we want to be? We don't want to beat everybody all the time. It turns out our expectations were a little bit higher than our actual skill was.
Sorry to interrupt you for a second. Just to update the viewers, there were 2 penalties called on the last play. Spezza and Marner both in the box. So it's a 2-man advantage for Montreal for the full 2 minutes. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
That's
continue.
okay. So anyways, we were playing all these games. We got beat by these octogenarians. They were 80+ year old. They beat us pretty badly. Everybody beat us bad. So we ended up changing our team name to Team Free Beer because usually the winning team buys the losing team drinks afterwards. So we didn't pay for many drinks, but it was really fun. At least a good reason to get out of the house. And now that hopefully COVID is sort of in the mirror, I'm hoping that all the sports go forward. We can play hockey and we can curl and we can play basketball and every other sport that we should be doing and the kids should be playing.
Amen to that. It will certainly be nice to get everyone back on track where they should be.
Yeah, even if we're not drinking in public, but at least we're playing.
Oh, Montreal had a chance, but they kind of waffled it there. Yes, no drinking in public unless it's in a water bottle and it's clear. Good save. The Leafs have been playing well on this 2-man advantage, killing it off. Definitely kind of digging in and trying to bail out. 2 of the leaders on the team was Spezza and Marner.
It helps that the Montreal forward fell over when he got the puck, though.
Yes.
Do
you remember, was it the Vancouver Olympics when it was all said and done, it came out that, Canada had put a toonie under center ice and there was a big conspiracy story that the ice was tampered with and, caused a whole hoopla because they put this toonie under the ice. It was unbelievable. But, missed that. He had a wide open net if he would have connected on that pass. Another open net, and he missed. Montreal missed 2 back-to-back open nets. Thanks for coming out. Who was that? It looked like Suzuki and Toffoli. Very unlike Toffoli. That guy is usually money. But huge break for the Leafs.
Yeah, they killed it
kill off that 2-man advantage. We're back to even strength. Marner comes out of the box on fire.
Oh, Hall saved it.
And what's happening now?
Justin Hall made the big save on the open net.
Something else was just called. Or was it just offside? Yeah, great play by Hall with the smile. Love the smile. He's having fun. He's going to feel that tomorrow, that's for sure. I just totally lost my train of thought where I was going with that. Get excited when someone starts playing. Habs power play is horrid. Yes, it is. Going back to curling, Sean says the closest place to him is an hour and a half away. He wants to play in the league so bad. Sean, if you got to drive an hour and a half to curl, that's dedication.
Sean, where are you that there's no curling?
Sean is in, I forget where in Massachusetts. Coach N says his sheets are only 20 minutes away.
There you go. Now, when I was going to dental school, I went into New York my first year, and so it was a group of Canadians. And so we went out one day to Dick's Sporting Goods, and we bought like all the hockey nets and road hockey gear. And so I made an announcement that the Canadians wanted to play the Americans in hockey. I cannot believe how bad New Yorkers are at playing hockey. It was ugly. But I guess us Canadians, we play all the time. We play ball hockey every weekend. If we're not playing ball hockey, we're playing ice hockey. And they don't play hockey there. Like when we got out there and we were playing, people were like, "What are these people doing out here?" I guess it's not a very high priority of sports in the U.S.
Yeah. So coach says he was a member of the Albany Curling Club. Sean says USA, Massachusetts, way down south on a map near Taunton Fall River. Yeah, I think I told the story on one of the retro streams, or at least in passing, that up here for us when we were little, it was outside ball hockey all day until the parents call outside for lunch or dinner.
Yeah,
it was back in, eat your food in about 3 seconds, and then back out the door. Actually, that's many moons ago when Aaron and I were wee little lads. That was we met through a youth group, we'll call it. Aaron was part of the group. I had joined in when I was 12, and one of the activities we did along with bowling was ball hockey, and we played a lot of ball hockey. If you remember, I showed up one day and I brought my road hockey pads, those brown plastic rubbery brown pads. And we had a blast. We played with that orange, rock hard orange ball hockey ball.
I still got bruises that haven't healed.
Whoever decided to make a road hockey ball hard as a rock.
Yep.
Great marketing in winter. Yeah. Coach says Buffalo, New York, big for hockey.
Apparently not New York City.
Yeah. And he had CCM ProTax inline skates for ball hockey. That's pretty sweet.
Those are good. CCM, I'm impressed.
I don't even remember the type of inline skates or rollerblades that I had, but they were nothing to write home about. They were not good at all.
I put my rollerblades on like a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's dicey at my age to get out there rollerblading on the street. Kids want to go like biking, so I'm like, I'll put my blades on.
Yeah, I would love to try. I would try it again. That used to be so much fun to be able to skate. But you're right, doing it at a little bit older, there's a lot more momentum to pull you down the street.
Yeah, hills are not good now.
So Montreal is really putting on the pressure. You could tell their coach has said you got to step it up. There's about 10.5 minutes left in the third.
Okay, we got to protect the under.
Yeah, got to protect the under. I really have to get used to these new numbers. So Cachet 64, Engvall.
Who's 25? I thought Cachet was 25.
I don't know. Maybe I'm flip-flopping numbers. Let's 25. Oh, he's not on the ice now. I'll have to go back and look. $24 is Simmons.
23 is Dermott.
Yeah, 18.
27 is Sittler.
Is 18 Bunting? 18 is Armato. So it will take us several games to get used to a lot of these new names and numbers.
They might be traded before I learn them.
Yeah, Coach says he had graphs for ice hockey.
Those are good skates. Oh my God, they're going to kill your feet though. It took forever to get those things molded in.
I only had one pair of skates ever that I bought where you had to kind of put them in the oven, heat them up, and then you'd stand in and kind of mold it to your foot in the store.
That was your last pair. That
was my last pair. They are now collecting lots of dust. So going to commercial, they put up a little picture of a young William Nylander in a Tampa Bay Lightning sweater. Boo to Tampa. Well, it's a commercial. Let's flip over to the out-of-town scoreboard, and we see Washington is still up 3-0. End of the second. The games will be later, starting at 10 o'clock. So we got about half an hour. So thank you guys so much for being with us.
Why don't you do all the baseball scores while you're at it?
Let me do the baseball scores.
Yeah.
Sure. We could look it up, see what's happening in the baseball. Whoops,
Yeah.
Let's do it in a different window so you guys don't have to watch me Google search.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's no baseball games tonight.
There isn't?
No.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
there you go. So what happened in baseball? Boston won 3-1. Houston won 3-1. Series are 3-1.
Dodgers are tied. Braves won. So.
All right, there you go. I'm not a baseball guy by any means. However, if you are a baseball or a football guy, there is a streamer by the name of Pete McDevitt, who he streams a ton of baseball and football games, does a lot of watch-alongs and play-by-plays, very similar to what we're doing here, but he does it way better. So if you are into watching these type of watch-alongs, definitely check out Pete McDevitt. Fantastic streamer, big into sports, big into Disney, does an all-around great job.
Can he tell me who's going to win the Tampa Bay game tomorrow?
Maybe, but he may not be right.
Well, I can do that well as well.
So Nylander, they're saying all around the net, 5 shots in today's game for him. He has been putting in a good effort. Although he kind of disappears for bits at a time, he's getting in there. Tavares has been very quiet.
Yeah.
So it says Nylander has 11 career goals versus Montreal, which is the most he has versus any opponent. So at least he's keeping that streak alive of putting up points versus Montreal. So let me just kind of go back. I kind of neglected my news wire here. Did he just get a penalty? Willie, come on. I'm giving you props. I'm talking good, and you have to go and do something silly against Anderson. So Anderson cutting in. Oh, he just took the feet right out from under Anderson. Bad play. So nothing new in the news wire here. Just want to make sure that in case there's any late breaking updates on anything, that I can get them across for you guys.
That's a bad time to take a penalty.
It really is. Montreal starting to pick up the momentum. It could get ugly now. So we have a minute 50 to kill off this penalty. If we can kill this off, it kind of sways the momentum back in Toronto's way, allows us to, push towards the end.
This is a Toronto specialty of just sitting back for the last 25, 30 minutes of the game and trying to protect your lead. And it's just hard to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Montreal trying to set it up. Good pressure from Toronto. Nylander getting in there with a little bit of a check. It's the extra muscle he put on. Sorry, Marner.
I was like, how is he doing it from? He's not supposed to be.
I interchange those two because they're both very effective. Good stop by Campbell to freeze the play and get a whistle. So it showed Montreal's climbed right back in the shot department. Now, only behind by 1 shot. So they are putting the pressure on. What's the face-off percentage? Let's scroll down here a little bit. So Toronto's still dominating the face-off circle, 61% to 39%. That's a good stat we need to watch, especially late in the game. So here's Spezza, loses one to Drouin, but it comes out over the line. That hurts for Montreal. Anytime you lose a face-off and you knock it out of the zone yourself, is just not good news. Stop scrolling, window. We've got another stop. This penalty seems to be dragging.
That's good. Let it drag. We need the time to go faster. Let's go faster.
Yeah, that's for sure. Campbell back up to stud. Campbell, when he came in for that run just before the playoffs, and what did he go, 10 in a row?
Yeah.
10 wins in a row was unbelievable. Unfortunately,
Oh.
you knew somewhere it was going to have to fall.
Well, he just made 2 beauty saves. Well, yeah, Campbell with his 10 wins in a row still did not propel us into making money in the hockey pool.
That is true. That is true. Just goes to show how bad our goaltending was.
Well, we had Fred.
Off a skate. Good save.
Yeah, that was a big save.
Well, who's that tied up in the middle? Is that Gallagher kind of throwing some punches around?
Gallagher.
Shocker.
Man, Caulfield just looks good. And I'm telling you, you should get some of his hockey cards.
Yeah, Caulfield is looking solid. So I know we talked a little bit about hockey cards in the second intermission. I have 2 boxes on order. So when they do arrive beginning in November, we are definitely going to do a live stream opening of those boxes.
And who are you looking for in these boxes? I haven't looked at hockey.
Caulfield is the guy. I haven't even looked.
He doesn't have a young gun yet?
He does not have a young gun yet.
Oh, interesting.
So I wanted to get my order in because I know the prices are only going to go up as they often do.
Who's the Leafs young guns? Do they have any?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I haven't even looked through the checklist yet. Robertson was last year. Was it 2 years ago now?
Last year.
And Brooks was there as well. He's gone now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if
So
they have any, I don't think they have any other ones. I don't know if there's any other rookies. I wasn't following camp that closely, but I don't know that there was any rookies that could have broken with the team.
So we got 7 minutes left, just over 7 minutes left, 3 seconds left on the power play.
Oh, you're caught up to date.
Yep, Montreal has now taken the lead in shots, 30-27. So they are really putting the pressure on. So they're putting out Armia, Anderson, Druin, and Dvorak and Petrie again, and we're countering with Kemp, Marner, Hall, and Muzzin. Muzzin with the prettiest beard on the team right now.
Marner just got filled in.
Tavares. Nylander.
Nylander got filled in. Sorry,
you're doing it too. You caught my my mix-up disease.
Well, I thought when you were saying who was out there, I'm like, somebody got filled in. Yeah, it was
back to the point. Missed the net. Come on, Sandine.
That wasn't so good.
Keep it in, Tavares. That hurts.
There's been no real standout on the Leafs at all tonight. Nylander's, I know he's had 5 shots, but you couldn't really tell he was out there. Nobody really dominating for the Leafs.
Yep. No, very true. Very true. The top 3, with Tavares and Marner, really non-existent. Riley's played okay. For me, it's Sandine. Has looked really solid defensively, and he's the one that's caught my eye the most. And other than that, Kemp and Cash have been the 2 that have really caught my eye. Bunting had a good little mix-up earlier on, but you're right. No real standouts. Here's a break from Montreal, but it's a 1-on-4. So let's get a move on here. You know what? I don't even want to say it, but Engvall he's had a decent game. He's been all over the ice, laying the body. He's been moving the puck. Nice steal by Kerfoot, but he couldn't get it through on the pass. I think Engvall for me is my standout. Engvall is a forward and Sandine on defense. Definitely not 2. If you would have asked me when the game started who my top 2 performers would be, I would not have given you those 2 names.
Jack Campbell's your number 1 star.
Probably. Yep. For sure.
And then maybe Carlton the Bear.
Wasn't there a big controversy or a petition or something to have Carlton the Bear replaced with a new mascot? I thought I read something recently, and I couldn't understand why. He's classic. And if anyone is wondering why the Leafs mascot is named Carlton, the old Maple Leaf Gardens was located at, what was it, Carlton and Church?
Yeah.
So
And
right
they
down.
they didn't want to call him pedophile there. So
Yeah. Ooh, ouch.
yeah.
Beep. So yeah, the name Carlton comes from the old Maple Leaf Gardens, which is now a Loblaws with a rink upstairs. Have you been in that Loblaws? I've never been.
Not. No, I haven't. But it'd be kind of cool to like go skate on that ice.
It would be. I know they still do league games and stuff out of there. It's like just a regular rink. Ryerson, I think, plays a lot of their games out of there. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do. But it would be cool to go back.
Did they update the bathrooms? They still have the troughs.
No, I think it's still the old troughs. That was something. As a kid, going to a hockey game was probably the scariest of scary washrooms to ever walk into.
Yep.
Boy, were times different back then.
No, Carlton the Bears in the crowd. I saw him.
Oh yeah, oh no, I know he's still there, but I think there was a whole petition to change it up a little. There's petitions for everything these days. I'm surprised the Leafs falling off the trees haven't petitioned to have the names changed for being.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised. He's got a new name. The Bear formerly known as.
The Bear formerly known as. All right, so here we go. 5 minutes left in the third. Shots are 30-27 Montreal. Leafs pressing hard. Big stop by Allen. Sherratt carrying it out of the corner.
Hey, Jason, did you brush your teeth?
Hall winning the race back, trying to move the puck. Back to the neutral zone. Montreal's going to have to wait or it's going to be offside. Again, we're back in the whole dump and chase game. Montreal's going to come out hitting hard now, so we really need to play smart hockey. That is into the netting, and play is called. 4:44 left to go.
Considering you said Marner was in the gym all summer working out, he doesn't look any bigger.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Charlie, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us for the game. Appreciate you watching. So thanks so much.
Time.
Do you have a team that you're cheering for, whether it's Toronto, Montreal, or any other team, or the Refs?
Okay.
You go. Montreal wins the draw, looking to put it in deep. They're going to grind it out in the corners. Brody steals it and dumps it out back to the neutral zone, all the way back into Montreal territory. They are regrouping. First time in the chat. Well, Charlie, we really do appreciate you being here, so thank you.
Hi,
so
Charlie.
much. Charlie, if you are a hockey fan, we do Saturday nights, we do a hockey talk show. Tuesday nights, we do a turn back the clock retro show, all kinds of live streaming. Leafs, of course. Well, glad to have you here. Make sure if you want, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. And definitely, if you want to stick around and see some of our other videos, feel free to subscribe. It's free. We appreciate all the support. So thank you for coming in for sure.
Don't forget
we have fans.
Chef John and Dancing with Dina is coming up in a day or two.
Some cooking shows, and we're looking to get the boss, Dancing with Dina, her own show. Montreal putting on a lot of pressure. Toronto is clearing it out. Dumping it out. Please don't go the distance for icing. Icing is waved off. Gallagher is not a happy camper, but is he ever really?
That's true.
So we're making the push. Just over 3 minutes in the third. Montreal's coming on strong, looking to really force those turnovers. Watch Anderson behind the net. Don't call penalty. Thank you. Let's get it out. Let's press. Oh, Marner. Come on.
How much longer before they pull the goalie?
3 minutes. Probably another minute. Probably around 2:15 or so, my guess.
Well, not yet. No.
They are making a push. There it is. Take it. Let's go, Tavares. So he looks just beat. Hey, so glad to see him back. That was a nasty, nasty injury he suffered. in the playoffs last year.
Every year. Last year it was Tavares. The year before it was it Muzzin the year before?
Yep.
Then
With broken hand or broken ankle for Muzzin.
Yep. Then the Kadri fiasco of every year.
Yeah, of every year. So the puck did go out. They called offside at the line.
Oh.
31-28 shots with 2:21 left to go. This is going to come to, oh, look at that. In the replay, Gallagher kind of skated into Campbell a little bit, gave him a nice
Campbell
little shove.
Yep.
And it looks like Campbell gives him a push shoulder first into the post.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a lot of battling in the blue zone.
Two
Campbell
minutes
looks
left.
good. He's cutting down the angles. He's standing up straight. And I think you're right. Campbell is your number one star of the game, should the Leafs hang on to win.
Yeah, I was going to say there's still 2 minutes to go, and the goalie's still in the net for Montreal.
2 minutes here. He's going to come now. If they turn it over. I think the next rush Montreal gets, they will pull the goal.
Oh, now they're fight in the corner.
Oh, you're ahead.
Yeah, you're going to see Gallagher's going to get beaten up in a minute.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, there's the whistle. Oh, yeah, Engvall and Riley. Oh, Anderson jumping in there. With Brody, Cash, everyone's in there. Anderson and Gallagher. Petrie in there, too.
47, Engvall.
Riley, you're not going to fight. Come on.
Riley's standing around. 64 is Kempf.
Yeah, they're trying to draw.
25 is Cashin.
Yeah, they're trying to draw a penalty right now. You know, he comes in, Gallagher goes in, kind of does a little pushing after the whistle. Engvall and Gallagher have been going at it all night. So a little pushing and shoving, everybody jumps in. Anderson, he's right there. He's looking to make a spark. He's saying, what did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Come on, Gallagher.
Gallagher looks tired. It's past his bedtime.
He's past his bedtime.
And past Dina's, too. I'm surprised if she's still awake.
No, she's upstairs.
Oh, they got a penalty, Montreal.
They did good, and rightly so. I mean, there was no need for that. That is Gallagher trying to draw Leafs into a penalty. Habs going empty net at 1:30 left to go. I don't know about now, Coach, if they're going to end up shorthanded, but they may have to just to play 5-on-5. So this is actually really good news for Toronto because Montreal was putting on the pressure, and we needed Toronto to catch a break because they were starting to look sluggish. So happy they got the call. Toronto goes to the power play. Montreal
one more goal here would be nice.
Yeah, I think Montreal. Oh, it was Anderson that got the penalty, not Gallagher, and that's for jumping in the way he did for sure.
Here we go.
So this should be good. We should be able to hang on. But if Montreal breaks out, they may very well pull the goalie. I know Aaron Dina is back. I was wrong. She was not upstairs.
Does she have her dancing shoes on?
No, not tonight. It's past the dancing hour. Oh, fakes a shot from the point. Riley gets it in. Tavares in front banging it, but it is no good. Allen closes the door. So you're right. I think they need to keep the pressure in Montreal's zone, hold them, even if they don't score. At least just run the
keep it in the zone for the whole rest of the game.
Yep.
That's the end of that theory.
As soon as Montreal gets a break, Allen will probably bolt for the bench.
Yeah, and there he goes.
So Riley keeping it in around. Oh, come on, Marner! It's those little touch passes.
Well, we're back to.
There we go. Montreal breaking out, taking a good save. So goalie is pulled from Montreal as we expected. Oh, fans on the shot, but Leafs can't get it out. Come on, Riley. Riley battling in the corner. It goes around to Sherratt. Sherratt taking a look to Caulfield. Caulfield dipsy doodling through two Leafs. Back to the point. Is that Petrie with a shot? Nice stop by Campbell on the glove side. Good eyes. He's seeing the puck really, really well tonight, which is good news. I think tomorrow the Leafs are back in action tomorrow against Ottawa, and
which
Peter
is good
Mrazek.
because They played Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa in the preseason like 6 times, and then we're going to play Montreal, Ottawa, Ottawa the next 3 games.
Yeah, and then it's, I think, was it Rangers, San Jose or something like that?
It'll be nice to see somebody else.
Yeah. But Peter Mrazek is going to get the start for tomorrow.
We're playing
We will not be doing a watch along stream for the game tomorrow. But definitely Saturday night, 10 o'clock Eastern. So after the early games, we will be doing hockey talk. We usually do hockey talk for about a half hour just to run through the week that was. So we will definitely talk about tomorrow night's game.
Can you talk about
Saturday.
buyers and sellers and the like who you should pick up in your fantasy pool if you're in one?
No, we haven't gotten too deep yet. And my buyers and sellers would probably be so far down on the list of anybody else. My hockey pool drafting has not been superb as of late.
Open net, Frangval.
Here we go.
Skated by the net.
57 seconds ago, Montreal wins the faceoff.
Oh, well.
Paul steals it, puts
I
it
won't
around.
ruin it for you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Dumps it out. Engvall. Is he going to put it in the empty net? Oh, he does not. He was going too fast. Dumps it across the middle. Montreal picks it up. Back to the corner. To the point, Hall keeping it down low, just running out the clock. Engvall dumped in the corner. Looks like
I
they're
cannot believe they just did that. Oh, Engvall is no longer a star of the game.
running down. Muzzin
bench next game for that.
Dumps it out. Middle of the net. Cache misses the net. Icing call.
No, he should be benched. He should be benched for that. There is no reason to fire it down the ice on that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. In a 2-1 game with 12 seconds left, you do not ice the puck going
There's
for
no reason for that. Gives them a chance, and then this happens.
And you had Kemp on the left side, who was wide open. That's a touch pass to Kemp and let him dump it in the zone, which would have run out the clock. Montreal wins it, cannot get it back to the point. Forward breaking out from Montreal, turns it over. 26 Caulfield. Is that Caulfield? No. Who's 26? I don't even know.
Well, my game ended.
3-2-1. Game over. Toronto Maple Leafs win.
Good start to the season.
Leafs win. I didn't even make a Leafs win banner. Leafs win. There we go. Let's get that going.
You have a banner?
Throw it on the ticker. Leafs win. Leafs win. Great game. Excellent.
Well, no, but it's a win.
Well, yeah. Well, let's be realistic. It wasn't a great game, but we did what we needed to do. Final stats going across. Montreal wins the shots category 32-30. Face-off percentage goes to your Maple Leafs 58% to 42. Leafs with the 1 for 3 on the power play. Montreal 0 for 4. 8 penalty minutes for Toronto, 6 for Montreal. Montreal still leads the way by a landslide in the hits category, 32-14. Toronto 15 blocks to Montreal's 12, so Leafs did pick it up there. And yeah, that's really all we need to know. Good
Are you
game.
streaming the next game as well? Are you doing the Vancouver-Edmonton game next?
No, I am not going to do, if I want to sleep in my bedroom tonight, I will not be doing the the Edmonton-Vancouver game tonight.
Oh, I thought you were just warming up with the Leafs.
Yeah, Charlie, you are absolutely money on that comment. Campbell was great. Seeing the puck moving, standing up tall, really, really played well. Coach N, I agree with you as well. An ugly win, but got the job done. Sometimes the best way to win is the ugly way to win. And definitely gets the points up on the board.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, any last thoughts as we kind of wrap up this evening?
You know, I like to hold this off for a little while. I'm just thinking parade route probably should start at Mel Lastman Square, and then I would take it all the way down, probably finish down at like the waterfront somewhere. So that's my thoughts. So it's never too early to start planning a parade.
Are we going 82 for 82?
You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm probably going to just win 86 straight games.
Just 86 straight games?
Yeah, we're gonna there'll be some extra ones in there because, you know, so That's how I see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Typical Toronto fan.
That's right.
Being said in many homes around the country, around Ontario today. Well, listen, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching the game with us. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I have certainly enjoyed doing this. We will definitely look to do some more of these. Before I say goodnight, I definitely want to say, for those that are still watching, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, as we are pushing towards 200 subscribers, which is unheard of. You guys have been so supportive, and I truly appreciate it. On any of our videos, if you're going back and you're watching some of our videos, whether it's Hockey Talk or Let's Go Retro or any of our streams, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any feedback, any at all, whether it's on this stream or anything you watch on our channel, down below, hit the comment button, drop me a note. I respond to everything. So if you want to say, you know what, Sam, you talk too much, shut up and watch the game, no problem. We'll have it. If you say, hey, we want to see more Dr. Sohn, we'll make it happen. So leave the comment. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you guys for all the ongoing love and support. It has been fantastic. We look forward to a fantastic season tomorrow night in Ottawa. Like I said, we're not going to stream it, but we'll talk about it Saturday night for Hockey Talk. And then we'll be live Tuesday again with Retro.
Sam, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for giving me 3 hours of your time.
No problem.
And we'll look forward to doing this soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a good night.
All right. Take care, Aaron, and everyone watching at home around the globe. Thank you. Have a great night. Stay safe. Go Leafs go. And we'll see you real soon. Goodbye, everyone.